A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Out of the funnies into your homes, and we hope your hearts too, the makers of Camel cigarettes bring you Blondie. Before we drop over to the Bumstead house to visit Chick Young's famous characters Blondie and Dagwood, a word from the makers of Camel cigarettes. You know, there are several reasons why Camels are called the pleasure cigarette. They're a slow-burning cigarette, for one thing, and those slow-burning tobaccos in Camels are costlier tobaccos. That means more pleasure in every puff. Camels are milder, easy on your throat, cooler, without the irritating qualities of too fast burning. And because slow burning lets the flavor come through, you get in Camels all the fineness of flavor and aroma that makes Camel cigarettes so different, so unfailingly refreshing. No, sir, you don't get tired of smoking Camels. It's a pleasure to light up a mild, tasty Camel. You know you're going to get smoking pleasure at its best, and extra smoking, too. Recent impartial laboratory tests show that by burning 25% slower than the average of the 15 other of the largest selling brands tested, slower than any of them, Camels give a smoking plus equal to 5 extra smokes per pack. That's extra value in any smoker's language. Extra value and extra pleasure. Yes, penny for penny, Camels are your best cigarette buy. And now it's time to drop in on the Bumsteads for that weekly visit. Tonight we find Blondie at the telephone, listening to what seems to be an unending stream of chatter from her neighbor, Hazel Fuddle. From the depths of his own particular chair, Dagwood also listens. Oh, we might as well listen too.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, you did? Uh-huh. Oh, yes. Of course I've seen it. What paper did you see it in, Hazel? You did? Well, I guess it's in all the papers then. Oh, wait just a minute, Hazel. Dagwood?
Yeah?
Where's our evening paper? Oh, it's out in the kitchen. Would you mind getting it, dear?
Oh, you mean right now?
Please, dear.
All right. What did Hazel Fuddle see in the paper?
Later, Dagwood. Huh? Do you mind getting it, dear?
No, I'm going. But I didn't see anything much in it.
Hazel? Listen, I sent Dagwood after the paper so I could explain. You see, he hasn't seen that article yet, and I'm not sure how he'll act when he does. You know, the way they mention his name and all. But I'll let you know later. Thanks for calling. Bye. Did you find it, Dagwood?
Yeah. What was Mrs. Fuddle talking about?
Oh, something on the society page.
Society page? There's never any news on that.
Oh, you might be surprised. Look, don't you think it would be nice if you read me the society page while I go on darning your socks?
Well, it's a funny thing to me the way women like to read about society. They don't know any of the people they read about.
Well, you don't know any of those football teams you read about either.
That's different. Football is interesting.
Well, don't you think society people ever do anything interesting?
If they do, it never gets into the papers. Listen to this. Miss Fifi Paxpetty, beautiful debutante daughter of Mrs. Henry de Clancy Paxpetty, with her favorite oldie English sheepdog, champion Honey Boy Highlight of Cloverbrook. Oh, that's under a picture of a homely girl with her feet on what looks like a bale of hay. It goes on to say here, Miss Fifi is an enthusiastic motorist. Oh.
She's one of the younger set. Just came out this year.
Yeah, it came out. Well, with a face like that, she should have stayed in a little longer.
Oh, read some more, Dagwood.
Well, let's see. It says, Mrs. Boring Bangs, popular young matron, is soon to follow the birds southward for an extended stay. Who cares? Dave Boomer again links the names of R.M. Dickey Rankin and Esme Twigg, the former Mrs. K.W.V. Trigg, May's Hornsringer, blah, 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 Miss Nancy this and Mr. Who's It's That. The only name on the whole page here we ever heard of is Mrs. Upham.
Oh, is she mentioned? What's she doing this time?
Same as always, giving some kind of a shindig here. This time it's a fashion show. Oh, can you imagine this? It's a fashion show for men.
What's funny about that? It's for a worthy cause.
Sure, but for men, Blondie. Men don't have fashion shows. That stuff is just for women.
Maybe it's time men did have a fashion show.
No, men don't like to strut around showing off clothes.
Oh, don't they?
No, I bet she doesn't get any real He-Man to be a model for her.
What does the article say, Dagwood?
Oh, well, it says it's going to be at the Embassy Hotel. Oh, listen. In an effort to prove that clothes do make the man, and incidentally to swell the coffers of her favorite charity, Mrs. Emily Upham has planned a gala affair for tomorrow evening when male attire will be displayed on living models recruited from the world of business as well as from the ranks of fashion.
Yeah.
An amusing topsy-turvy plan calls for the well-known social lion, Clarence B.G. Capulet, to appear as the man dressed in bad taste. While a much-desired role of the best-dressed man will be filled by a rising young executive, Dagwood Bumstead, who will portray the role... Dagwood Bumstead! Hey, wait a minute! Dagwood Bumstead! That's me.
Isn't that lovely, Dagwood?
What? How do you mean? Wait a minute, this must be a mistake.
Oh, no, dear. The paper has it right.
Oh, how can it be right when I don't know anything about it?
Well, of course, I wasn't sure myself until this afternoon that Mrs. Upham would see things my way.
Your way? Listen, Blondie, did you ask Mrs. Upham to put me on a spot like this? Gosh, do you want me to be kidded out of the office?
I don't think any of Mr. Ditter's employees will try to make fun of you, Dagwood. Not with Mrs. Ditters on Mrs. Upham's committee.
Well,
He helped me get the well-dressed man's part for you. It's quite an honor, you know.
it is, huh? I mean, is it?
Why, of course, dear. Mrs. Upham could have had a well-known actor or some society sportsman or anybody for that part. But she chose you.
Gosh.
You do wear clothes so well, Dagwood.
Well, I'm not what you'd call a fussy dresser, but I bet if I had the money to spend, I could show some of those social guys.
You're going to show them, Dagwood.
Well, of course, I wouldn't want to let Mrs. Upham down. Not after you and Mrs. Dithers asked her, but...
Oh, it'll be all over before you know it, Dagwood. You just walk across the stage.
I do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought maybe I could just phone her out and maybe stand there a minute, you know.
Well, that'll be all right, too.
Yeah, no use getting all dressed up and then running across the stage before anyone can get to see you.
Mm.
Look, maybe I could come out like this, see? And when I got in the middle of the stage, I could stop and kind of frown and then maybe make believe I was brushing a speck off the sleeve or something. That's how a well-dressed man does.
I think if you just act natural, Dagwood, it would be best. Just smile, and then when they applaud you, well, you might bow a little and then walk off.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I could show them I heard the applause by shaking hands with myself over my head like this. Hiya, boys, hiya.
Well, I think that's more for a prize fight than a fashion show.
Oh.
So I was thinking that you ought to have a new suit, Dagwood. A real good one. We might go to Dagwood Harbor and Craven for it.
They're awfully high, Blondie. Dithers went in there once and it cost him $85 for a plain suit without even a pattern on it.
Well, we won't pay that much, Dagwood, but I bet I'll find something for less that we'll both be proud of.
You, want to come with me to pick it out, Blondie, huh?
Of course, Dagwood.
Oh.
I always have gone with you for your suits ever since we've been married.
Yeah, I know, but...
So let's meet each other outside Dagwood Harbor and Craven at your lunch hour tomorrow. So this is what Dagwood Harbor and Craven's look like inside. No wonder they're high-priced, Dagwood. Just feel how thick this rug is.
Yeah, but where do they keep the suit? They have to go back out of sight somewhere every time they get one to show you.
I like shopping this way. It's very luxurious.
Yeah. You know, I always wanted a red leather chair like this at home. Say, did you notice this?
What?
Free cigarettes and an ashtray by every chair. Pretty classy.
I guess the regular customers have time to loaf around and talk about clothes all day.
Well, I haven't. Oh, gosh, my lunch hour is nearly gone, and they haven't even tried a suit on yet.
Oh, they took your measurements, though.
Yeah, it took 3 fellas to do it. I wonder where they've all gone to now.
Oh, to find something that fits you, I guess.
Yeah, or else look up my bank account and see how much they're asking me for a suit.
Say, these suits on the table have price tags.
Yeah?
Look, on little cards hidden in the pocket. Oh, my, this one says $95.
Oh, okay, come on, let's get out of here, Blondie. Why, down at Charlie's Choice Clothes, you can get the best in the house. with 2 pairs of pants for half price.
Now, don't worry, dear. I told the nice old man we wouldn't go over $75.
Well, did you tell him why I was buying the suit?
Yes, of course. I wanted him to take an interest.
Well, look, Blondie, if any of them ever come back, let me do the talking, will you? I don't think the men who buy in here explain everything to the salesman.
Well, it's just a store after all, Dagwood, even if it is expensive.
Well, I know, but I feel kind of like a schoolboy coming in here with his mother to buy some new corduroy pants or something. I bet when Dithers bought his suit in here, he didn't bring his wife along.
Oh. Don't you want my advice on what to get, Dagwood?
Oh, I don't mind you looking at what I buy, only I want to buy it. I can make up my mind if they'll just show me what I want.
Of course, dear. I won't say a word unless you ask me what I think. Look, here comes last man back with another suit. Oh, it looks lovely, Dagwood. Such a nice gray.
Blondie, let me decide.
Yes, dear.
I must offer you the most profound apologies for my protracted absence, Mr. Bumstead.
Well, it's okay, only...
But of course, at Dasher Harbor Craven, one comes to feel that the selection of a really proper garment for a gentleman is not a matter lightly undertaken, Miss Pot.
Huh? Well, sure,
And, too, one understands that this purchase is of additional importance since one is to reign for a night as a modern Beau Brummel.
How much is that suit you got there?
Oh, quite within one's price range, I venture to say. Yet we stand gay in the extreme.
How much?
It is, of course, a creation in which art conceals art to all, save those who know.
How much?
Yet one predicts that it will identify itself as having the indispensable éclat which marks the informal suit destined for stipulated occasions.
How much? What makes you think that?
It so happens that the 2-button sack in dove gray, which this model exemplifies so charmingly, is experiencing a notable revival of interest among continental society.
Oh.
May I venture to suggest to slip on the jacket, sir? Oh, thank you.
Oh, dove gray. I'll probably look like a pigeon in this.
Oh, hardly that, sir. Of course, good taste must prevail, and this garment, while just audacious enough to be hailed as a relief from the same old thing, still clings sturdily to the rock-bound foundations of good convention. Don't you think so, Mrs. Bumstead?
I think it looks beautiful on you, Dagwood.
And I quite agree, quite.
Look, I'm buying this suit, and I don't think I like this.
Oh, I'm desolated. It's so truly your suit, Mr. Bumstead. Oh, to be sure, it requires a bit more self-assurance to wear than one's lesser garments. But look in the glass, sir.
Well...
Now, picture yourself swinging an ebony-headed stick at your side, but jauntily. Oh, I see you as a veritable cavalier of the boulevard.
Well, it does fit me pretty good.
Oh, but naturally. It's a point of pride with us here at Dasher Harbor and Craven that each customer to leave our shop must be indefectibly correct in the smallest detail, whether he be poised dizzily upon the very peak of social eminence, or be merely an aspirant for the laurels of the truly well-turned out.
Yeah. How's that?
Oh, he means they won't sell anyone a suit that isn't right for them.
Oh.
But that is perfect on you, Dagwood.
I quite agree.
I'd take their advice, Dagwood.
Now, listen, I don't want to be rushed into anything.
Well, but I thought you were in a hurry, Dagwood.
I am, too. It's almost 1 o'clock. Well, listen, I guess I won't make up my mind right now. I'm going to look around some more before I buy.
Well, maybe Mr.
Slib, madam.
Oh, thank you. Maybe Mr. Slib would lay this suit aside for you, Dagwood.
One is delighted to oblige.
Well, don't go counting on my buying it now.
But save it for us anyway until tomorrow noon.
As madam wishes.
Thank you.
Well, I may be back or I may not. If I do come back, I'll be alone and I'll be in a hurry. So you better have a lot of stuff for me to look at and then let me make up my own mind what I want to wear, huh?
Certainly, sir. But one ventures to say you will scarcely improve on this selection at the price.
Yeah.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, goodbye. Come on, Blondie. Gosh, I'm late already.
Dagwood, you weren't very nice to Mr. Slib.
Well, he bothers me. Too much fancy talk. Look, I'll have to run back to the office.
All right, dear. But don't buy anything until you talk to me again.
Well, I may just look around a little on my way to the bus. I have to go by Charlie's Choice Clothes Store and...
Don't go in there, Dagwood.
Oh, no. Just window shop, maybe. So long. No. Look, Charlie, I just stopped to look in the window a minute.
Well, what can you see in the window? It's inside here I got the best stuff, Mr. Bumstead. You know what I just told my partner?
What?
I said, ain't it lucky we got our fall line already for Mr. Bumstead when he comes in.
You did? Well, gosh, I'm sorry, Charlie, but I've about made up my mind to take a little suit I saw at Dasher, Harbor, and Craven.
Ah, Mr. Bumstead, you must be kidding. You're too smart a fella to pay the prices those robbers asked just for a label.
They have pretty high-class clothes, Charlie.
Oh, high class, sure, if a fella wants to look like he was a back number, but no snap to them.
No?
Now, in that fashion show, you're supposed to be a man that knows what's the latest fashion. Am I right?
Sure, I'm the well-dressed man.
Oh, style leader, okay. You come to a place where we're even ahead of the style. Now, up at DH&C, what do they show you? Styles that would be all right for your grandfather if you didn't get around much, but not for a young fella with a good figure like you got.
Well,
now listen, it's for you to say I wouldn't try to sell you. But how is this for a little pepper?
Yeah, it looks like mustard to me,
You
Charlie.
see, you know color. Mustard color is right.
Huh?
You know what this is? It's strictly a PM. Now get a load of that lapel. You
Yeah,
see how
I
it sticks to stand up over the shoulder? You
Yeah.
see? And look, a double-breasted vest. That's class. Here, now slip this coat on for size.
Now, wait a minute.
Listen,
Now,
only
Charlie.
for size, Mr. Bumstead. I'm not selling you anything until you see what you want. Now look. Now isn't that perfect?
Well, these buttons.
All right, then wooden buttons is all wrong. And for no extra charge, I'll put on pearl buttons. Now don't move. I want the tailor to see you just like that. That's a treat.
Listen, I don't want pearl buttons either.
Listen, but my trade is all wearing buttons this year, Mr. Bumstead. And with me, the customer has got to be right, and the buttons come off.
Yeah, the coat comes off too, Charlie.
What a joker. Now listen. For a man like you, I'm going to break a rule. Now listen.
Right.
You know what's in back of my store?
No.
A case of garments direct from our outlet on 14th Street, New York City. I was saving them for a little later until the style kind of catch up to them. But for you in that fashion show, I'm going to give you only the best.
Well, I haven't got the time to wait for you to open a whole
Oh,
coat.
no. Why waste your time? I got your size perfect. Now, what color did you say they showed you at DH&C?
Well, kind of gray.
Gray. All they know is gray. Now, what color do you like?
I was thinking maybe a brown.
See, the color for the advanced styles is brown.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, is a brown suit that's perfect for you. Now, here's what I'll do. To save you time and money, I'll send that suit home to you, and your troubles are over. I'll even go better. I'll make a bargain for you. Now, listen. I'll be frank with you. If one of my suits is in that fashion show, it's advertising for me. Okay. Instead of $50, I'll let you have that suit for, say, $41.98, and you'll sign an agreement where it says you will display the said suit in the show. Right?
Well, okay, I guess. If I'm wearing a suit anyway, I
Sure,
might
of
just as
course,
well.
and I want you to carry a small card with the name Charlie's Choice Clothes on it.
Oh, I'd have to talk that over with my wife.
Now, Mr. Bumstead, you can't kid me. You're a fellow that makes up his own mind.
Oh, sure, but...
And it's already made up, and you know a bargain when you see it.
Well, I haven't that much cash with me.
Yes,
and,
your check is as good as gold.
I don't have my checkbook either.
Is that all? I got blank checks. Come, back into my office. I've got plenty of blank checks, and we'll make out a little contract.
Oh, I thought I ought to look around. Hey, Blondie, I'm home. Say, did a suit come for me? What's the matter, Blondie?
Dagwood, Bumstead. Did you order this sent home?
Huh? Oh, what is that?
It's the suit they sent from Charlie's Choice Clothes Store.
Oh, that's a little loud, isn't it?
A little loud. Look at it. It looks like a totem pole.
I had no idea that's what Charlie had in mind.
Haven't you even seen this suit before?
No, see, Charlie said it wasn't unpacked yet. And...
Well, take a look at it now. Here, slip on this coat a minute.
No, I can see it from here.
You could see it from the next stage, but I want you to see yourself in it, just to teach you to stay out of Charlie's place. Come on.
Oh, well, Dodge, all right. Oh, it's a little tight in the waist, isn't it?
Oh, is that the waist where it curves in? From the length of the coat, I thought it was your knees.
Oh.
Now, look in the mirror.
No, Blondie. Look, Charlie should have known better than to sell me this.
Dagwood, you didn't pay for that suit.
Well, yeah, in a way I did.
In what way?
With a check.
Well, we'll stop the check and march that terrible thing straight back to Mr. Charlie tomorrow.
But listen, you don't know the worst of it. I signed a contract to wear this suit at the fashion show.
Dagwood, you didn't.
Yeah, here's a copy of it. He said I could save about $10 nearly if I'd carry a placard, too.
Let me see that contract.
No, there's no way out of it, I guess.
There's got to be a way out, Dagwood. If Cora Dithers ever sees you at the fashion show in that...
Mrs. Dithers. Oh, gosh, she's on the committee, too. Now I am sunk. If I don't wear this thing, Charlie will sue me, and if I do, Dithers will probably fire me. Hey, Blondie, what am I going to do?
extra pleasure for extra value, penny for penny your best cigarette buy is the slow-burning cigarette of costlier tobaccos, Camels. By burning 25% slower than the average of the 15 other of the largest-selling brands tested, slower than any of them, Camels give a smoking plus equal to 5 extra smokes per pack. Yes, there's 5 extra smokes worth of added pleasure. Smokers who live in communities where certain state cigarette taxes are in effect can save the cost of the tax, and in some instances more, through smoking Camels. If you live in a community where there are no added taxes on cigarettes, the savings are all yours. So next time you buy cigarettes, stop and think. Try Camels. It's America's #1 cigarette for value. It's America's #1 cigarette for pleasure. And now on the following day, we find Blondie with fire in her eye giving Charlie, the choice clothes salesman, a little exercise in wit.
But look, Mrs. Bumstead, I got that suit special out of a case.
It looks like you got it out of the Chicago fire. Well, are you going to take it back without trouble or not?
Now, Mrs. Bumstead, a contract is a contract. Read the contract. It says there black on white that your husband has got to wear that suit at the fashion show.
Why, no, Charlie. I did read the contract, and all it says is he has to display it. And also a placard with it that says the suit comes from this store.
What's the difference?
Quite a lot. For the last time, will you tear up the contract?
No, ma'am. I know my rights.
Oh, well, all right. We'll display the suit and the sign.
You will? Good.
Not so good for you, Charlie, because my husband won't wear the suit as the well-dressed man. We'll display it on the man who is dressed in bad taste.
Wait now. Now, you can't do that.
Oh, yes. Read your contract. Not only that, but the sign with it will say, for real bad taste, go to Charlie's where this suit comes from.
But that's holding up my store to ridicule. I'll sue.
Oh, no, you won't, Charlie. Read the contract again. It not only says we can display the suit and the sign, but that we must do it. Try to sue us for that. The only thing the contract doesn't say is who wears the suit or what the sign must say.
Well, but listen.
No, you try listening for a change, Charlie. I've a proposition.
Bumstead!
What? Oh, hello, Mr. Dithers.
Bumstead, in times past, I've sometimes wondered whether you ought to be allowed to run at large or not. I think I'm about to find out.
You mean you think I'm not right in my head?
You have a gift for understatement, Bumstead. If what I hear is true, you shouldn't be wasted in a padded cell.
No.
You should be exhibited on the glass.
Oh, I guess you heard about that suit from Charlie.
I've done worse than that. I've seen it.
Oh.
Or one like it. When I passed Charlie's man-trap this morning, I felt a heat wave from the window. I risked one eye to look. Do you know what I saw, Bumstead?
Yeah, I guess it was that suit. It's awful, isn't it?
Awful. Oh. Listen, Bumstead, in that suit, an end man in a minstrel show would be overdressed. You couldn't sell that suit for banners to any self-respecting carnival. But that's not the worst, Bumstead.
No?
No.
Oh.
There's a sign on that suit, Bumstead, which claims it'll be worn by the best-dressed man at the fashion show. Now, say it isn't so, Bumstead. And say it quick.
Well, I may get out of it.
You may get out of it.
Yeah.
You've got to get out of it. Just don't wear that suit anywhere.
Well, but what about that contract with Charlie?
Contract?
Yeah.
You knew my wife was interested in that fashion show, yet you took money to wear a suit like that.
Oh, no, sir.
What? You mean Charlie wasn't going to pay you for wearing it?
Well, not exactly. He knocked about several dollars off the price.
The price? You mean you paid him to wear that nightmare in technicolor?
Well,
did you buy yellow button shoes, too?
Why, no.
Well, I can't understand that. Or maybe you knew nobody could see yellow shoes under that suit.
Well, look, Mr. Dithers, everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah, I make one every day I like to come back to work here.
Huh?
But this is the end, Bumstead. If you go through with that contract and wear that suit tonight, you're finished, Bumstead.
Well, maybe Blondie can do something with Charlie. She's down there this morning. Oh, gosh, maybe that's Blondie now.
J.C. Dithers Construction Company. Mr. J.C. Dithers' office. J.C. speaking.
This is Blondie, Mr. Dithers. Is Dagwood in your office?
Oh, it's for you, Bumstead. Blondie.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, hello, Blondie. Listen, what happened?
Well, I think it's all right, Dagwood.
What did you do?
Oh, it'll take too long to tell over the phone.
Yeah?
You just come down to the fashion show as soon as you can.
Well,
And bring Mr. Dithers with you.
Well,
Corin's expecting him.
Well, yeah, okay, but
Now,
listen.
don't be late now, Dagwood. Bye.
Hey, wait. Oh, gosh, he hung up.
What did she say?
that Corey, Mrs. Gibbet, that's your wife, was expecting you down to the fashion show.
Well, don't worry. I'll be there.
Huh?
I'll be right there in the wings when you walk out. And believe me, Bumstead, unless you are the well-dressed man and a credit to Corey and the Bibbert Company, your next job will be modeling Charlie's choice clothes in some waxworks.
Can you see all right from here, Mr. Diddy?
I can see the stage, but where's Dagwood?
In the wings on the other side. He's on next, I think.
Listen, Blondie, you're sure he's going to look all right?
You'll be surprised.
Oh, I hope I can stand it. So what are you wearing?
You'll see in a minute.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the climax of the evening. A casual but sophisticated garment from Dasher, Harbour and Craven that will instantly appeal to every snapper-up of well-considered male attire. The epitome of the well-dressed man, Mr. Dagwood Bumstead.
Spotlight.
Is that Bumstead? Hey, he looks like a fashion plate. What's he doing now?
Oh, a little bit of pantomime. Brushing the steps on the screen.
Hey, Blondie. How was I? How'd I look?
Oh, you were wonderful, Dad.
Congratulations, Bumstead. A credit to our firm. Who did the fella say your tailor was?
Why, it's Deborah Hasher and what's the name of the place you got this from, Blondie?
Oh, Blondie picks out your suit, eh?
Oh, no, I just helped get it delivered in time.
Well, that's a wonderful-looking suit.
Oh, just a continental trifle. A dove gray and a two-button sack. Conventional, yet with a bit of that audacious that distinguish it from the same old thing to those truly in the know.
Huh? Oh. Can you afford clothes like that on your salary, Bumstead?
I'm glad you brought that up, Mr. Dithers. Dagwood and I have been meaning to speak to you about salary.
Oh, yes. Well, excuse me, Blondie. I've got to get back to Corey. I know she'll be pleased. See you another time.
I guess I can't afford to pay $75 for a suit. Maybe I ought to ask him to take it back, huh?
Why, no, dear. Didn't I tell you? Oh, my. This necklace didn't cost a cent more than the terrible one from Charlie.
How's that?
Well, you see, I found out that Charlie had marked his suit up before he made you a discount.
Yeah?
He really overcharged you $20 and put you in an embarrassing position besides. So I had a little talk with him about the law of damages.
You did?
I certainly did. And after our talk, Charlie decided that he would rather buy his suit back from us than go through with the contract and have a lot of bad publicity. He gave me $20 more than you paid to get it back.
God!
Mm-hmm. So then I had $65, and Dasher, Harbour, and Craven came down $10 on their price. You know, after I told them their name would be mentioned at the fashion show. So then I could buy this nice suit without any extra money at all.
And Charlie really helped me buy it, huh? Blondie, that's wonderful.
Oh, look, Dagwood, here come the photographers, and a man who wants an interview for his magazine, Men's Fashion.
Congratulations, Mr. Bumstead.
Oh, thanks.
You mind letting us have a picture, just as you are? Just be flecking a speck of dust from your sleeve.
Oh,
that was a wonderful bit. You ready? Ha-ha, thank you. All right, that's all, boys. Now, Mr. Bumstead, just a word or two for our readers. What are your rules for success as the well-dressed man?
Oh, that's easy. Always take your wife with you when you're selecting clothes.
Excellent. But suppose one is a bachelor.
That's easy, too. Just find a smart girl like Blondie and marry her right away.
Blondie is played by Benny Singleton and Dagwood by Arthur Lex, the Columbia Picture Stars. And so until next Monday, we leave the Bumsteads, Blondie and Dagwood. But the makers of Camel cigarettes have other radio treats for you during the week. Tomorrow night over these same stations, you can listen to the music of Bob Crosby and the best Dixieland band in the land with Johnny Mercer and Helen Ward. And if you like swing, well, you'd better make a date with your radio for Saturday night, when Benny Goodman and the world's greatest swing band with Mildred Bailey bring you another musical caravan. That's a tip for your radio pleasure. And for your smoking pleasure, let us suggest that you try Camel. You'll find more pleasure per puff, more puff per pack. Our Blondie Orchestra is directed by Billy Arch, who also creates the special musical effects. This is Bill Goodwin speaking for the makers of Camel cigarettes. Good night, all. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Don't touch that dial. Listen to... The subject of money is a delicate one with everybody. Mr. Dithers doesn't like it when Dagwood Bumstead asks him for a raise. Mr. Dithers' answer is usually...
No. Positively no. N-O-E.
And Dagwood says to Blondie...
Oh, gee, Blondie, Mr. Dithers is... Oh, he sure is heartless.
Oh, that's too bad, dear.
Yeah, only a skunk would act like that.
But this morning at the Bumstead home, when Alexander comes in and asks for a raise, Dagwood says...
No. Positively no. K-N-O-W.
Gee, Pop, you sure are heartless.
Huh?
Why, Dagwood, only a S-K-you-know-what would act like that.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Alexander, why don't you try earning some extra money yourself?
Huh?
Well, instead of asking for money, why don't you earn some?
It's easier to ask for it.
Yeah. No, Alexander, you'll have to find some other way of getting that extra money. Why don't you think of a good money-making idea, huh?
But every time I get an idea, you and Mom always interfere.
Well, son, we won't interfere this time.
No.
Now, you'll have a chance to develop your own initiative, and we'll do our very best to help you.
Yeah, no matter how much we regret it later.
Oh, Dag.
Okay, folks, here's the idea how I'm going to make some money. I just went over and borrowed Dick Clam's little printing press.
Oh, holy smoke, Blondie. He's going to print counterfeit money now.
Oh, Dagwood, that's absolutely ridiculous. I hope.
Yeah.
I'm going to print a little newspaper.
Why, Alexander, that's wonderful.
But I need some money to back the paper.
Oh, how much do you need?
About $10. It'll be very educational, Mom.
That's too educational. How about $3?
It's a deal.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Give him the money, Dagwood.
Who, me?
Well, yes, darling. You're the head of the house now.
I am? Oh, yes, I am. I guess. Here, Alexander.
Gee, thanks, Pop. And since you're giving me the money, I'm going to make you the publisher.
Swell. But what for?
In case someone sues me for libel.
Oh,
Mom, I'm home for lunch.
It's all ready for you, Alexander. Well, how was school this morning?
Okay, except that you and Pop made a few mistakes on my English homework.
Oh, dear. Well, maybe you'd better start doing it yourself,
Oh, no. I just wish you'd be more careful. I'm awful busy right now getting our newspaper ready to go to press.
What are you calling your paper?
I decided to call it the Tattletale.
The Tattletale? Well, that sounds like it's going to have a lot of scandal in it.
It's going to be loaded with it.
Oh. Well, it sounds very interesting, Alexander. I guess all your little friends will be dying to see the first edition.
Yeah. They'll want to see what we've written about their parents.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll want to see what their parents.
Oh, sure. All the scandal is going to be about the grown-ups.
Oh, dear goodness.
Say, Mom.
Yes, Alexander.
Can kids my age be thrown into jail?
No, I don't think so. Why?
Well, on one of the issues of the Tattletale, we're going to demand that the people kick Mayor Snipe out of office.
Uh-oh. Come on, Dagwood, finish your coffee.
Yeah.
It's almost time to leave for the office.
Okay, Blondie. Where's Alexander this morning?
Oh, Alexander printed 50 copies of the Tattletale last night, and he and Cookie went out early this morning to sell it.
Hey, I didn't know anything about it. A fine way to treat the publisher.
Well, I don't know very much about it either, honey, but he's having a wonderful time, and it's bound to develop his initiative and teach him something about earning a living.
Yeah, I guess we shouldn't try to help him. Just let him do the whole thing himself.
That's right, dear.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely. The authorities say it's much better training that way. Psychology, you know.
No, I don't know. But anyway, I hope they make a few pennies profit.
Here they are now. Hello, children. Did you sell your little newspapers?
I'll say we did. Every copy.
Oh, boy.
We clean up $2.50. So this is earning a living. I even sold a copy to Mr. Dithers.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he tried to shortchange me.
Yeah, that was Mr. Dithers, all right.
Alexander, you'll have to put something in your paper sometime about Mr. Dithers.
We've got something in it about him this time. And wait till he reads it. Wow.
Yeah, hey, that doesn't sound so good. What did you say about him? Let's see a copy, huh?
There aren't any more, Daddy.
What?
It said, quote, where was what contractor whose initials are JCD last Thursday night, and how much did he lose? Answer tomorrow. End quote.
Dagwood?
Huh?
I thought you and Mr. Dithers went over to Sheridan City on business last Thursday night.
Oh, my. I'd better be getting to the office,
Were you
Blondie.
playing poker?
Yeah, oh, look at the time. I better be getting to the office here. Well, goodbye, Blondie.
Dagwood?
Goodbye, Daisy.
So they went to a poker game. Alexander, your mother is going to be a regular subscriber to the Tattletale.
Bumstead! Come into my office.
Call me Mr. Dithers, or is someone blowing a foghorn?
I called you, bubblehead. Have you seen this newspaper the kids are putting out?
No, I haven't seen it.
Cookie sold me a copy this morning. I'm just looking at it now.
Well, J.C., put it away and let's get down to business.
Oh, yes, sir.
Bumstead!
To whom do you think you're talking?
To whom? To you. That's whom.
Well, just relax a minute. Sit down and rest your brain. This looks like a great little sheet. Even if it is printed on Blondie's notepaper.
Yeah. It's the only newspaper in the country that smells of gardenia, too.
Now listen to this, on the local items.
Yeah.
The Hendersons are going to have a baby next week. It will probably be a boy or a girl. They are going to name it after a wealthy uncle, no matter which it is. They want him to leave all his money to the baby. Well, it's an honest little scandal sheet.
Yeah. It sounds like they're overdoing it a little bit, though, don't you think?
Now, here's some more. Be sure to get the next edition of the Tattletale. Sensational stuff about Mayor Snipe. Oh, I'll bet Snipe is trembling in his shoes.
Yeah, I bet he is, too.
Now, listen to this.
Right.
It says, last week, Dagwood Bumstead took a bath.
That's an outrage.
Oh, so you didn't take a bath?
No, I didn't. Yes, I did.
Now, you could fool me.
Yeah, well, you wait till I see Alexander.
Now, he knew which way the wind was blowing.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what the next one is.
Yeah.
Where was what contractor whose initials are JCD? Hey, what is it?
Hey, that sounds pretty good. Go ahead.
Last Thursday night.
Yeah.
And how much did he lose? Answer tomorrow. Good grief. And what's this? Published by Dagwood Bumstead.
That's me. Now, look. Now, wait a minute. I can explain everything.
Bumstead, I'm going to beam up your treetop.
Yeah, now, wait.
I'm going to put my thumb on your Adam's apple and squeeze the cider out of it.
Oh, no.
Like this.
Look out. Mr. Dennis, cut it out. Help!
Oh, Dagwood, what are you doing under that sofa?
Yeah, well, I'm hiding from Mr. Dithers. Am I sticking out anywhere? Huh?
No. But there's a lump in the sofa. Let's see.
Oh, that's no lump. That's my head.
Oh, that sounds like Mr. Dithers, all right.
Oh, my. Well, it's okay now. He can't find me here.
All right. Why, hello, Mr. Dithers.
Hello, Blondie. Please tell that rat the cat's come for him.
Rat? Anybody I know?
Where's Dagwood?
Oh, isn't he at the office?
No. Well, I'll wait for him to show up here. Oh, mind if I sit over here on the sofa?
Oh, no. Go right ahead, but sit down gently.
I will.
Oh, my.
Oh, this is a wonderful sofa, Blondie. So nice and bouncy. Look at this.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Sounds sort of hollow-like.
I surrender.
Okay, come out from under there, Bumstead.
Oh, my poor sofa.
Cry a little bit for my head, too, while you're there, Blondie. Yeah, I've never felt so flat.
Now, Bumstead, are you going to make that little fiend of yours stop printing that paper?
No, Mr. Dithers, I don't believe I can't.
Mr. Dithers, we promised Alexander we wouldn't interfere.
Step aside, Blondie. You're about to become a widow.
Yeah.
Come on, Bumstead.
Oh, look who's coming up the front walk.
Oh, it's Mrs. Dithers.
Your wife.
You mean my warden? She must have read that item about the poker game. Quick, where can I hide?
Oh, right under the sofa.
Oh, yeah. Stall her off, Blondie.
Yeah, I'll get it, Blondie.
All right, Dagwood, but don't expect me to cover up for Mr. Dithers, because Cora's my closest friend.
Yeah, well, don't expect me to cover up for Mr. Dithers either. He's my closest enemy. Oh, hello, Mrs. Dithers. Dagwood. Won't you come in and sit down for a while?
Hello, Blondie.
Oh, hello, Cora, darling.
Blondie, have you seen that red-faced old turkey of mine?
You mean, Mr. Dithers?
Yes. I found out where he was last Thursday. And when I catch him, I'm going to pull out his tail feathers and give him the axe.
Good for you, Mrs. Dithers. Won't you sit down here on the sofa? Go ahead, just plop right down. Go ahead.
All right, I will.
Oh, my. Listen to the air swoosh out of those cushions.
Hey, Daisy. Come here, Daisy. Come on, here, Daisy.
Oh, hello, Daisy. Good dog. What in the world is wrong with Daisy?
I don't know, Cora. Maybe there's a rat under the sofa.
Yeah, there is, Blondie. Go get him, Daisy. And if you see him, I know you'll lick him. Come on.
Go away. Now, cut it out. Quit licking my face. Hey, stop being so mushy.
Julius Caesar Dithers.
Hello, Cora. Surprise. I was looking for a streetcar token that rolled on the floor.
Let me help you out from under there.
No, Cora. Not by my ear.
Come on, you poker player. You and I are going to have a little chat at home. Goodbye, Blondie.
Goodbye, Cora. Goodbye, Mr. Dithers.
Goodbye. I'm Bumstead. I want to talk to whoever's responsible for that little scandal sheet as soon as school lets out. It's going to be stopped or your job's going to be stopped. I have spoken.
Alexander, here's Mr. Dithers.
Oh, hello, Mr. Dithers. And how are you? I believe you know my sister Cookie.
Oh, how do you do? I'm very glad. Hey, you cut that out. Now listen, bumlets. I'm here to tell you that your first edition of the Tattletale will also be your last.
Gee, I'm afraid you're mistaken, Mr. Dithers.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're mistaken, Mr. Dithers.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're mistaken, Mr. Dithers.
Listen! I'll sue this paper for libel.
But, Mr. Dithers, libel's when you say something about a person that isn't true.
Yeah, Mr. Dithers. And you did go to a poker game, didn't you?
Well, yes.
Then it isn't libel.
Boy, it's a good thing Alexander doesn't know about you and that cute secretary.
Alexander, I don't think you ought to print all of those bits of scandal. No one's really interested in them.
We sold out the whole edition, and the next edition is going to be bigger and better. We're going to expose Mayor Snipe and the police department and...
Hey, no, not that, Alexander. You'll cave in our whole city government.
I'll be glad to take an ad.
Won't keep your name out.
Cancel the ad.
Okay. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I'm running something special about you.
Oh, Alexander, more about Mr. Dithers?
Yeah, Mom. I'm going to tell her he was 2 weeks ago last Monday.
Oh, no. No, not that.
Well, I've got a lot of work to do now. If you have any other complaints, just write me a letter. Goodbye now.
Goodbye.
Alexander, don't do anything rash, will you? Please, Alexander, huh?
Well, I guess that's that. The Tattletale editor is a pretty tough character. Mr. Dithers, where were you 2 weeks ago Monday?
That's the awful thing. I can't remember. But it must be embarrassing.
Well, by tomorrow you'll know.
So will the rest of the town, including my wife.
Oh, boy, some breakfast, huh, Blondie? Mm-hmm. I'll get the door, dear.
All right, darling, but wipe the egg off your face first.
Yeah,
Are you Dagwood Bumstead?
Yes, I'm Dagwood Bumstead.
Well, I'm the third item from the top in your gossip column, and I don't like it, see?
Oh, Dagwood!
Blondie, we've got to do something about that paper before I run out of teeth. This is the first morning Mr. Dithers has been so late to the office. I wonder if anything... Oh, here he is.
Oh, hello, Bumstead. Well, I managed to buy up 40 copies of the Tattletale this morning.
Yeah.
That'll squelch the story about me.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you must have got up kind of early. When I left this morning, Alexander was going into the third home edition.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he was thinking about running off a 4-star sport final, too.
Oh, that rips it.
Yeah.
He can print them faster than I can buy them.
Mr. Dithers, what does it say about you?
I haven't looked yet. I was too busy buying papers.
Yeah.
Your little daughter tried to raise the price to $0.10 a copy for me.
Oh, and no kidding?
Yeah, she got it, too. Well, let's see what it says.
Hey, what does it say about Mayor Snipe? Look.
Uh-oh. It says that Tattletale has evidence that Mayor Snipe has been going to all the football games in a city-owned car. Taxpayers revolt.
Whoa, that means trouble.
And listen to this.
What?
The police missed a burglar the other day because they went ahead and finished their pinochle game. We demand an investigation.
Oh, my.
Look at the way they spell pinochle.
Oh, yeah. Look. How do you spell pinochle? Hey, here's something about you right here, Mr. Dithers.
Oh, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Where was J.C. Dithers, the contractor, 2 weeks ago last Monday? See answer on page 4.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
what?
That must have been the time I had trouble with that lady policeman.
Here's the answer. Here it is, right here. He was having dinner with Mrs. Dithers and Mr. and Mrs. Bumstead.
That's right, I was.
Yeah, and you thought that...
Never mind what I thought. I've been swindled.
Oh, dear, either the phone's been ringing or there's been someone pounding at the door all morning long. Well, that's enough of that.
Mrs. Bumstead, I demand to see you.
Now, just a minute. You can't all come in here. You can come on in there, son.
Thank you very much.
Blondie, can I come in too?
No, you can't come in. Oh, it's you, Dad, but of course you can come in. Come on, dear. Now then, Mayor Snipe.
Mrs. Bumstead, never in all my years of public service, years in which I worked unfailingly and untiringly to make our fair city a model of good government, never, I say, have I been exposed to such a low, mean, dastardly attack. Where is the editor of this little newspaper?
Upstairs under the... He's hiding.
I'd like to give him a good hiding myself.
You would. Well, you'd have to do it over the bodies of 2 dead Bumsteads.
I'd like to do it that way, too. Did you see this? The Tattletale has evidence that Mayor Snipe has been going to all the football games in a city-owned car. Taxpayers revolt. How dare they publish a thing like that? How dare they?
Well, probably because he saw you in that car at the games the same as everybody else has.
Yeah, I saw you at the Sandusky game in that car, and I'm in the favor of revolting.
You are revolting.
Yeah, well, maybe Alexander ought to print the inside story about how you judged that bathing beauty contest.
Yes. Well, I'll say no more about this childish prank. But when you talk to the editor, ask him to lay off me, will you please?
Goodbye, Mayor Snipe.
Yeah, goodbye, Snipey.
And you might tell those other people out there who want to see the editor that they'd better mend their ways and go on home.
I'll do my best. Fellow citizens, it's about...
Oh, Dagwood. I think we've suffered enough.
Yeah, you do, huh?
I do.
Yeah, well, it's up to the editor to do his own suffering from now on. Here goes. Alexander!
I'm you're on a tear.
Oh.
I was listening.
Well, Alexander, we're very proud of you.
Yeah.
And we think the Tattletale is a cute little paper, and you've done very well with it. Only now you've got to take some of its responsibility.
Yeah, and maybe you ought to write about kids your own age, and I'll buy you a pair of boxing gloves.
You see, Alexander, we don't want to ask you to stop putting out the paper, but you'll have to do that or go out and talk to those people on the front porch. There's the chief of police, one member of the Board of Education, the truant officer. And several other people.
Mom, I've decided to give up the newspaper. I didn't realize that an editor lives such a dog's life.
Yeah, it's a little tough to take, huh?
And it might give me hardening of the arteries and make me nervous and strung high.
Well, Alexander, your newspaper was a big success while it lasted. But come on, tell your mommy, what are you going to do now?
Well, I've been thinking it over. I think I'll take my chemistry set down to the basement and start working on something quiet and restful, like inventing fireworks.
Oh, dear. Here we go again.
The Blondie Show was previously released over NBC, the national broadcasting company for listeners in the United States, and has been rebroadcast for our servicemen and women overseas. This is the United States Armed Forces Radio Service, the voice of information and education.
touch that dial, listen to... It's another half hour of fun with Blondie and Dagwood, brought to you by Super Suds. The new Super Suds with Pyree, the soap that makes all your clothes look newer.
What's new? What's new? What's new today, old lady? Listen while I say a few Super Suds. With Pyree makes all your clothes look newer today. Get your white clothes whiter and colors brighter with new Super Suds.
Well, the subject of Alexander's schoolwork is one that frequently gets a working over in the Bumstead house. And Blondie and Dagwood are afraid the subject is coming up again this evening, when Alexander's school teacher, Miss Henrietta Frisbee, drops in to see them.
Oh, may I take your coat, Miss Frisbee? No, thank you, Mrs. Bumstead. I just thought I'd drop in for a moment.
Oh. Hey, who was at the door, Blondie? Did you give them the good old brush off? Hello.
I think you remember my husband, don't you, Miss Frisbee?
Indeed I do. Indeed I do.
How are you, Miss Frisky?
The name is Frisbee.
Oh, yes, Miss Frisbee, yes.
Much better.
How are you?
How do you do?
Oh, I'm just Andy, and you...
When they see me, they're inclined to raise their eyebrows and remark, well, here comes the old babe with the bad news.
Well, tell us, have Alexander's grades dropped?
No, but he seemed very high-strung lately.
Oh.
He's very nervous. I'm telling you this because it could lead to an emotional imbalance, psychological disturbance, or hypertension, referred to in modern psychiatrical practice as the jumpy-wumpies.
Come to think about it, I've noticed he's been worried. This morning I caught our little son looking in the mirror for gray hairs.
And the...
Either.
Oh, what's he been doing in school, Miss Frisbee?
Well, it's not what he's been doing. It's what he hasn't been doing. Alexander's usually such an active boy. For instance, no one ever walks past his desk without being tripped. The children refer to that aisle as Alexander's alley. But for the last 2 days, there have been no casualties.
Well, maybe he's decided to turn over a new leaf.
No, I doubt it. But I know Alexander is worried about something, and I'd like you to find out what it is and solve the problem before it knocks his grades flatter than a $2 cornet.
Well, thank you very much for telling us about this, Miss Frisbee.
Oh, not at all. And if there's anything I can do, give me a buzzaroo.
Yeah. Oh, cool, we will do.
I hope to see an early improvement in Alexander's interest in life. Just lately, things have been very dull. Goodbye now, Mrs. Bumstead.
Well, thank you, and goodbye, Miss Frisbee.
Goodbye, Mrs. Frisky.
Mr. Bumstead, the name is not Frisbee. It's Frisky. I mean it's Frisbee. Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, honey. You're always deviling poor Miss Frisky. I mean Frisbee.
Yeah.
Oh, you're hopeless. Now, what are we going to do about Alex?
Yeah, well, we'll have a talk with him the first thing in the morning.
What do you think is wrong?
Well, we'll see tomorrow. But my diagnosis is dames.
Now, what seems to be the trouble, Alexander?
Yeah, tell your father what the problem is, son.
Well, parents, I've been worried.
Yes, we know that, but what are you worried about?
Well, it's the same old story, Mom. I'm worried about girls.
What did I tell you, Blondie? What did I tell you, Blondie? Dames, girls, yes.
You know, Valentine's Day is coming up, and I have to decide whether to send a Valentine to Sylvia or to Ginger.
Oh, is that all it is?
Why, Dagwood.
What?
Valentines can be very serious.
Remember, there's something out for you, Alexander.
Dagwood, look at the time. You've got to hurry.
Blondie, you're always saying that when I have plenty of...
I'll get the door open.
I got to break all records. I'm not going to get the door open.
Oh, let's face it, dear. You're going to be late anyway. The door's open. Come on, Papa. Tie your hat and go.
I won't be late. I'm going to make it. Where's my hat? Where's my coat?
3 hours.
Look out! What happened? Help! I can't see anything!
Oh, Dagwood, you got your sleeve and your hat and your head and your elbow. Hurry, you'll never make it, Valentine. Your dithers will be wild. Come on, Pop.
Yes.
Keep thinking about my problem.
Yeah, I will.
Hurry. Goodbye, dear.
Yeah. Come on!
There is that stumblebum Bumstead. Back line up. He's got 8 distance. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, that was 8, but where's 9? Come on, strike 9.
I made it.
There. Bumstead, you're awful lucky.
Yeah.
That clock gave you a long count.
Well, it ought to do something for me, Mr. Dithers. Every Saturday night I see that it gets well oiled.
Oh, no. Look, I promised myself I wouldn't shout at you today. But are you aware of the fact that tomorrow's St. Valentine's Day? And you haven't warned me, as I told you to, last year?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember you wanted me to remind you to send a memo to myself to remind you to get Mrs. Dithers a pair of earrings, a box of candy, and 2 dozen of red roses, yeah.
But, Bumstead, you forgot to remind me to send you a memo to remind me.
But you didn't remember to remind me to send you a memo.
I did remember to remind you to... Wrong use. I also wanted to send the wife a comic Valentine. I was going to get one of those real revolting ones.
Yeah. Just doesn't seem fair, Mr. Dithers.
Well, I'll give her the earrings myself as a present, along with a box of candy. That'll make her feel good.
Yeah.
Then I'll send the roses to her with a card saying, from someone who loves you. And she'll never guess it from me.
No. Oh, I see that. She'll think she has a secret admirer, huh?
That'll make her feel so good, she'll be difficult to live with. So I gotta send her the comic Valentine to bring her back down to the earth again.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find one entitled Baboon Girl.
Yeah. Mr. Dithers, what made you remember Valentine's Day was coming up?
No. Cora sent me a little reminder in the morning mail. It came in that heart-shaped red box over there.
Oh, what was it?
A first aid kit. I caught on right away.
Oh, that reminds me. Valentine's Day almost made me late this morning.
Almost? You were saved by that chiseling chime. Oh, what's the matter now?
Well, Alexander's got a Valentine's Day problem with 2 little girls.
Oh, those good old school days.
Yeah.
I remember when I was going steady with 5 different girls in 5 different towns and keeping up a hot correspondence with all of them.
Yeah, of course, the mails were slower in those days.
Well, I wasn't one of the slow ones. Oh, you mean the postal service was slow?
Yeah. But on second thought, you could have always used the Pony Express, couldn't you?
Bromstead.
Right.
I'm not that old.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it just seems that way. Look, Mr. Dithers, I really wanted to get an opinion from you about Alexander's little problem. Remember?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be delighted to put my experience at the disposal of little bumlets.
Well, it's about, he's got 2 little girls, Sylvia and Ginger, and if he sends a Valentine to one, he'll lose the other, and if he sends one to both, they'll compare them and find out which is the best, and he'll be in hot water. What should he do? Signed, Anxious.
Dear Anxious, I had a problem like that once. I solved it by not sending anything to either of the girls. Then I went to each of them separately and asked her how she liked the 10-pound box of candy I sent her.
Yeah, but what did you say when she said she didn't get any candy at all?
I told her I'd spend my last cent on it, that I'd been swindled. And then I put my head on her shoulder and cried like a baby.
Yeah.
So she told me not to feel bad, that it was the thought that really counted.
Gee, Mr. Dithers, you haven't changed a bit, have you?
Well, of course, after that, I'd refuse the loan of $5 she'd offer me, but when she insisted, I'd accept it. Then I'd go over and take the other girl out with the $5. Oh, I love Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I don't think Alexander'd better try that.
Why not?
Well, he's not like you, J.C. To do that, he'd have to be sort of a crook. Kind of a rat. A rodent. No, well, he's not your type.
Well, that'll be all from you, BB Brain.
Yeah.
I'll get in there to your desk and get to work.
Oh, thank you. Yes, sir.
And I'm going to check this clock. And if it's slow, I'll dock your pay for every second of work that I didn't get.
Yeah.
And as a bonus, I'll run your little finger in the pencil sharp again.
That's the second bus that's passed me up. I'll never get home if I don't get a ride from my... Hey, that looks like Miss Bob Orpington's big long limousine. Hey, Miss Bob Orpington! Hi, Mrs. Bob Orpington.
Oh, Mr. Bumstead. Hello there, dear boy.
Well, how are you?
I'm simply splendid now, but this morning I was terribly put out.
You were put out? What happened?
Rogers, my butler, lost his glasses, and when I came down for breakfast, he threw me out of the house. Oh, yes, he said he thought I was a third assistant floor mopper. Oh, but tell me, dear boy, how are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good.
Oh, you look very good to me. So strong, so handsome, so Robert Taylor made.
Gee, thanks, and you look very Barbara Stanton wicked yourself.
Oh, dear boy, do you really mean it, or are you just saying that to be polite?
No, I'm just saying it to be polite.
I was a fool to ask.
Oh, incidentally, Miss Bob Orpington, happy Valentine's Day in advance.
Oh, thank you. And a cupid to you, too. Cute. Oh, can I drop you anywhere?
Well, just as long as it isn't on my head.
Are you through? Sit here, next to me.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this is nice. Well, either the seat keeps getting narrower, or one of us keeps getting wider. What have you been having for dessert lately, Miss Bob Orpington, huh?
Mr. Bumstead, I've had the seat made narrower. It's cozy, isn't it?
Yes. It's sort of crowded, too, isn't it? Yeah, but it's better than walking home.
Yes. You know, my late husband, Mr. Bob Orpington, the man who invented the chicken, you know, whenever he wanted to go somewhere, he always used to say, drive on, Orphan.
Sure was swell, Mr. Bob Orpington, to drive me home. Boy, I wonder what Blondie's having for dinner. A good meal certainly makes all your little problems disappear like magic. Oh, it's you, Cookie.
I scared you.
Oh, no. I knew you were hiding behind that tree all the time.
Daddy, what's magic?
Magic? Well, magic is something that makes something happen that can't happen, because if it did happen, it would be magic, see? See, Cookie?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Then why does Mommy say new super suds is like magic?
Well, here's Uncle Howard. He'll tell you.
Why, sure, that's easy, Cookie. Your mommy means that new Super Suds with Pyrene seems like magic, because new Super Suds makes all your clothes look newer.
Makes all our clothes look newer? Even my blue plaid dress?
Sure, your blue plaid dress. New Super Suds makes any kind of colored clothes just blossom out. Colors look brighter and fresher.
Even Daddy's old white shirts look newer?
Whiter than new, honey.
How, Uncle Howard?
Well, it's the Pyrene in new Super Suds. At getting clothes white, colors bright, even when dried in the basement. So, Dagwood, the more I talk about it, the more I think new Super Suds must be magic.
Except new Super Suds is something that makes something happen that does happen, and since it does happen, it can't be magic.
Oh, well, who needs magic anyhow when new Super Suds with Pyrene makes all your clothes look newer? Well, I gotta be on my way to get some Valentine. So long.
Yeah, goodbye, Howard.
Bye, Mr. Peter.
Okay, Cookie, now you better put away your sled and come on in for dinner.
All right, Daddy. I'll be in as fast as I can.
Blondie!
I'm not home, Dagwood.
How do you like that? I work all day at the office, and when I come home, Blondie isn't here.
Hello, dear.
Hey, what are you doing here? I thought you said that you were... Oh, what am I saying?
Oh, Dag. But I was just fooling. What's wrong with you?
Well, I don't know. I guess I'm worrying about Alexander and his little problem. I haven't been able to figure anything out, and a father ought to be able to help his son solve his problems.
Well, don't you worry anymore. I have a wonderful solution, Dagwood.
Oh, well, what is it, Blondie? You moved to another town, maybe?
Oh, no, really. It's a good idea. Uh-oh, here's Alexander now.
Hello, folks. Ask me how I feel.
What? Oh, yes. Alexander, how do you feel?
I feel awful.
Gee, I expected a funny answer.
No, I don't feel that way. Sylvia practically told me that she expected me to send her a fancy white lace Valentine. And Ginger told me the same thing later. And they were plenty firm about it, too. Oh, I'm a dead duck.
Alexander, I have an idea for you.
Well, probably won't help any. Gee, poor Alexander, always in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, come on, ask me what the idea is. Show a little interest.
Okay, what's the idea?
You send a Valentine to every single girl in your grade in school.
Holy smoke!
Hey, Blondie, that's a sensational idea.
Oh, I do a little thinking now and then. I like to toss off an occasional brainstorm.
To every girl?
Every single one. And if they happen to take a popularity poll among the girls tomorrow morning, I can promise you'd win. Now, what do you think of my idea?
Well, it's pretty daring.
Well, we Bumsteads are very daring people. Look at me. I married your mother.
I mean, Dad. Tomorrow.
Who?
You know, Mom, Blondie.
Oh, yeah, the Blondie, Mom. Oh, my, I forgot to get her something.
Well, gee, you better go out right now and get a bottle of perfume for Mom, or a big box of candy, you know, your favorite kind.
Yeah. Oh, boy, you're not kidding. And if I don't get her something, I'll be sunk.
Oh, you can probably pick up a nice present at Swabber's drugstore.
Yeah, but I'll have to hurry.
Pop.
What, huh? Oh, yes.
Dagwood, would you mind if I took the car for a few minutes? I've got a couple of errands I forgot to do this afternoon, and I want to mail these Valentines so the girls will get them the first thing in the morning.
Yeah, okay, Blondie, but I think I'll go with you, dear.
Oh, you don't have to, Dagwood. You had a hard day. Why don't you just stay home?
Oh, no, I'm okay. I have a couple of things I've got to do, too, dear.
Oh, but it'll only take me a minute, and then you can have the car for as long as you want.
Well, it'll only take me a minute, too, dear. I better go with you, I think.
Well, all right, dear. Alexander, what are you smiling at?
Oh, nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Well, let's go then, Dagwood, if you still want us.
Oh, yeah, I still want to.
Whatever you do, don't forget to mail my Valentines.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Bumstead, what can I do for you?
Well, Mr. Schwaber, I wanted to get, well, now, let me see. You go ahead and get what you want first, Dagwood.
No, Blondie, you go right ahead. I've got plenty of time.
Oh, that's funny. It slipped my mind now. What was it I wanted?
Well, how about you, Mr. Bumstead? Would you like to buy...
No, I'll just wait for...
Oh, you go ahead and get what you came for, Dagwood.
Isn't that strange? I can't remember either.
Well, maybe you'd like a little sandwich, Mr. Bumstead.
A little sandwich, yeah. You know, Mr. Schwaber, I don't like those little anemic things you make. Why doesn't your drugstore serve a nice, real He-Man-sized sandwich?
The kind of sandwich you want is a lunch counter between two loaves of bread. All right, now, you folks decided what you wanted yet?
I can't remember.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Neither can I. Maybe we'd better have a soda first, huh?
Say, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's funny you people can't remember what you came for, but I'm always glad to sell sodas.
You're at the bottom of that soda.
Oh, yeah. So I am, yeah.
What's the matter? You get a cherry caught in your straw?
Sure is good. Blondie, your soda was kind of quiet, wasn't it?
Well, I didn't try to inhale the bottom of the glass.
Yeah. Well, dear, you get what you were going to get from Mr. Schwaber, and I'll be right with you.
Dagwood, what did you come here to get?
Oh, just a thing. What about you?
The same thing. Dagwood, I'll bet you forgot to get me a Valentine's Day present, didn't you?
Now, Blondie, you know I always have some sort of a little present for you.
Oh, go on. You're going to buy it right now, aren't you?
Yeah, well, where is my Valentine's Day present?
You answer me first.
Yeah. You forgot me too, didn't you, Blondie?
Well,
All right, here you are, Mr. and Mrs. Bumstead.
What? Hey, wait a minute. What are these packages, Mr. Schwaber?
Well, Mr. Bumstead, give this to Mrs. Bumstead tomorrow. And Mrs. Bumstead, this is for Mr. Bumstead. I'll just put these on the bill.
But how did you know what we wanted, Mr. Schwaber?
Mrs. Bumstead, you'll learn a lot about life in a drugstore.
Well, good morning, Blondie.
Good morning, Dagwood.
Happy Valentine's Day. Darling, here's a little present for you I picked up.
Happy Valentine's Day to you. And here's what I got you.
Yeah.
Now, let's both look and see how good Mr. Schwaber's taste is.
Yeah. Hey, incidentally, where's Alexander?
Oh, he left long ago. He went to school early to see which way the Valentine wind was blowing, so to speak.
Yeah.
Why, Dagwood, such a lovely bottle of perfume. Oh, you really shouldn't have done it.
Oh, it was nothing, Blondie. It's not nearly good enough for you. Let's see it. Is there a price tag on it?
It's very lush and wonderful. What did I give you?
Oh, yeah, let's see. Oh, boy, Blondie. Oh, thanks, darling. Oh, it's a big bottle of that new men's cologne.
Oh? What's it called?
It's called Hairy Chest. Oh, that's wonderful, Blondie.
Well, I thought you'd like it. And you did remember to send me a sweet Valentine in the mail, didn't you? And here's mine to you.
Oh, this is sweet of you, dear. Here's something in return.
Why, Dagwood! Oh, my goodness, that's Alexander.
Well, what is he doing home now?
Holy smokes, folks! What's the matter, Alexander?
It's all those Valentines we sent. The girls went crazy. They mobbed me. They were crowding around and kissing me. Oh, even some of the good-looking ones. Oh, I had to get away from them, so I rushed right back here.
Oh, that's too bad.
Boy, as soon as I get my win, I'll go back and try it again.
Don't go away, folks. The Bumsteads will be back in just a moment. Ladies, good news traveled so fast, I suppose by now, there's not one of you who doesn't know that new Super Suds with Pyree makes all your clothes look newer.
That's right, Mr. Petrie. How on earth does it do it? I never dreamed colors could turn out so bright. Whitewash gets so white.
No woman ever imagined such whiteness, such brightness until a few short months ago. Who ever dreamed of a soap that could wash white clothes whiter than new, make colors blossom out so dazzling bright? But now, new Super Suds with Pyree added brings you that amazing whiteness, that unbelievable brightness. Something you never dreamed of before scientists discovered this amazing new type of ingredient.
So that's how new Super Suds with Pyree makes all my clothes look newer.
That's it. Ladies, don't miss new Super Suds with Pyree in the same big blue box at your dealers today.
Sylvia and Ginger, goodbye.
Well, for heaven's sake.
Well, what was all that talking, Alexander?
That was Sylvia and Ginger, and they're never going to speak to me again.
Tonight, show him how much lovelier your hair can look after a Luster Cream shampoo. Only Luster Cream brings you Kay Dumit's magic blend. Glamorizes your hair as you wash it. Yes, tonight, you can be a dream girl, beautiful Luster Cream girl. You owe your crowning glory to a Luster Cream shampoo.
Remember, folks, every Wednesday over these same NBC stations, another half hour of fun with all the Bumsteads brought to you by Super Suds. The new Super Suds with Pyree, the soap that makes all your clothes look newer. Tell all your friends to tune in next Wednesday at the same time for Blondie, starring Penny Singleton and Arthur Lake with Handley Stafford. The script is by John L. Green from characters created by Chick Young. Next Saturday evening, hear Colgate's Hour of Fun, hilarious Judy Canova, followed immediately by A Day in the Life of Dennis Day, 2 laugh-packed half hours. Next Saturday evening over NBC. Americans, hungry millions abroad need your help. Do you know you can easily help feed these needy families? Just send $10 to CARE, New York, for a food package. Or specify one of CARE's other packages. Give your name and address, and name and address of recipient. If you do not know someone you would like to help, one of CARE's member agencies will choose a needy family for you. You'll receive a signed receipt when your package is delivered. Information about CARE packages may be obtained at CARE offices throughout the country. Remember, CARE sends more for less. This is Howard Petrie saying good night from Hollywood.
Don't touch that dial, because there's nothing else on. You might just as well listen to Blondie. Blondie, rebroadcast for the servicemen and women of the United Nations with Penny Singleton and Arthur Lake as Blondie and Dagwood Bumstead, respectively. And now for our weekly visit with our neighbors, the Bumsteads of Shady Lane Avenue. Well, just at the moment, things are very quiet this afternoon at the Bumstead home. That moment just passed, and now there's going to be a little action. In just a second, the phone is going to ring. There we are. And here comes Blondie to answer it.
Oh, dear. Now, I wonder who that could be. I just talked to Cora Dithers an hour ago. Hello?
Blondie, is that you?
Oh, yes, Dagwood. Oh, my goodness, it's hot today. Where are you?
I'm in jail.
Well, I hope it isn't as hot there as it is here, because it's in jail.
I've been arrested.
What for? Jaywalking?
No. I've been arrested on suspicion of bank robbery.
Oh, Dagwood.
Yeah, isn't that awful?
What bank did you rob?
The First National Bank. No. I mean, that's the one they think I robbed yesterday afternoon. I'm innocent, Blondie. Listen, will you come right down here right away and get me out of jail? I'm not happy here.
All right, Dagwood. I'll get Mr. Dithers to meet you there. I'll call him right out.
Okay, honey. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
J.C. Dithers Construction Company. Office of J.C. Dithers, president of the J.C. Dithers Construction Company. J.C. Dithers saying hello.
Hello, Mr. Dithers.
Oh, hello, Blondie. Say, do you know where Dagwood is? He should be in the office working.
He's in jail.
Oh. But wait. Who gave him permission to go there?
Mr. Dithers, they arrested him for robbing the First National Bank yesterday afternoon.
What? How dare he rob a bank on Dithers Company time? He was supposed to be working for me, not himself.
Well, wasn't he working for you yesterday afternoon?
Why, that's right. He was in the office all afternoon.
Well, then he couldn't have robbed the bank.
Why, of course not. Listen, I'll meet you down at the jail, Blondie, and we'll get him right out.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Dithers. I knew you'd be anxious to help.
Oh, I'm not anxious to help. But every minute he spends loafing in that nice, cool jail is costing me money. Goodbye.
Well, Dagwood, now that you're free, just relax.
Yeah.
And enjoy your chocolate soda. And tell us what happened.
Yeah, why should they think you'd want to rob a bank?
Yeah.
They know, you know as I know, that crime doesn't pay.
Yeah, but do they know, as I know, that the Dithers Company doesn't pay either?
Bumstead. Don't be so ungrateful. Now explain things.
Yeah, well, Blondie, you know what I've been telling you about the dreams I've been having lately?
Oh, yes. It's sort of interesting, Mr. Dithers. Dagwood's been dreaming things that come true later.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Dithers.
Oh. And who makes your dreams come true? A fairy godmother, Precious?
No, cut it out, J.C.
Well, then be sensible.
And Mr. Dithers, don't you dare say another word until I find out why they arrested Dagwood on suspicion of bank robbery. Now, go ahead, Jack.
Yeah. Well, the other night I dreamt that the First National Bank would be held up. So, when I went in there yesterday morning, I told Mr. Hoop, the cashier...
You did?
Yeah, that the bank was going to be held up in the afternoon. He wasn't much amused, particularly after he got held up. I guess he told the police what I said, and they grabbed me this morning.
Oh. Well, what are some of these other dreams you've been having?
Well, Dagwood dreamed that the Acme Market would sell me some clothespins. And sure enough, they did.
That's practically a miracle.
Yeah. And you know that property that the Hamel Car Company bought for their factory last week?
Yes, what about it?
I dreamed they did it a week before they did it.
Good grief, Bumstead.
Yeah.
Why didn't you buy the property yourself and make a profit?
Gee, I never dreamed about that. I never thought about it either.
What a dope. What a nitwit.
Oh, please, Mr. Dithers. Remember, you are talking about my dream man.
Yeah.
A nightmare, I call him.
Now, Dagwood, why didn't you buy that property yourself?
Now, well, how could I tell the dream was coming true? After all, last night I dreamt that today Mr. Dithers would find a $10 bill. And you haven't found one, have you, J.C.?
Well, have you, Mr. Dithers?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, and the same night I dreamt that Blondie bought a pair of nylons at the little place right next door here to this drugstore.
Nylons? Next door?
Yeah.
Well, I don't believe it. Goodbye.
Oh, of course. This whole thing is ridiculous. We all know that.
Yeah.
I hope.
It is a good soda.
Whoops, there goes my spoon. Good grief. Bumstead.
What?
Look what I found.
Holy smoke, a $10 bill.
Your dream came true.
Yeah.
Hey, Bumstead, you can see into the future.
Oh, now that's silly, J.C. That's silly. How can I see into the future without a crystal ball?
Why, this is amazing.
Yeah.
There's a fortune in it. Stock market, real estate, oil wells, bingo. Dagwood, old friend. I want to make you a proposition.
You do?
That's right, Daggy. Old friend of mine.
Mr. Dithers, whenever you smile and call me an old friend of yours, I know you've got larceny in your heart.
Oh, Bum.
You're trying to figure out some way of swindling me out of something, and I suppose I'll be a sucker as usual.
I suppose so, so let's get down to business.
Yeah.
I want to buy exclusive rights to all your dreams and the contents thereof.
And would that mean I'd have to ask your permission to have a dream?
No, I wouldn't think so. But you'll have to tell me what your dreams are about whenever you have them. Well, what do you say, Daggy, old buddy?
Well, Divvy, old fuddy-duddy, you haven't mentioned any sum of money yet, as per the party of the second part, ipso facto.
Yes, money.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you $5 a week for your dream.
Well, I don't know. $5 a week seems like...
$10 then.
Well, okay. Gee, I was just going to say that $5 a week seems like a lot for my dreams.
Well, don't worry, Bumstead. I'm going to make a fortune on your dreams. I'm going to make so much money there'll be even some left after I pay taxes on it. And believe me, that's a lot of money. I wouldn't have believed this could happen if I hadn't found that $10.
Look, I bought 3 pairs of nylons.
Good grief.
Oh, Ferrari smoke. Hey, my dream was right again.
They'd fallen down behind the shelf, and the saleswoman had just found them, and they didn't happen to be her size.
Bumstead. Don't forget that you told me the rights to your dreams for $10 a week.
Oh, Dagwood, it's worth 25 or 50 times as much.
Well, Blondie, he hasn't paid me any money yet to bind the contract.
Oh, here's $20 in advance.
No, take it.
Take it.
Dagwood.
Well, I promised I'd take the dough.
That's the stuff, Dagwood. Now go and pay for the soda.
Thank you. I'll be right back. Here, boy, $20.
Now, see here, Mr. Dithers.
Now, Blondie, don't try to talk me out of my contract with him. He's stuck with it. Oh, I'm going to make a fortune out of this. And he can't tell his dreams to anyone but me.
Mr. Dithers, did you ever stop to think that Dagwood might talk when he sleeps?
Well.
I hate to be mercenary, but I'm the businessman in our house, and I expect to be cut in on my husband's dreams. And if you don't want to cooperate with me, I'll just listen in when Dagwood talks in his sleep and sell the information to someone else.
Oh, Blondie, is that fair?
Certainly. A dream with a lot of inside information could be very valuable. Now, let's really talk business, Mr. Dithers.
Well, I'll give you 10% of all I make from Dagwood's dream.
Mr. Dithers, I want 75%.
75? Why, that's ridiculous. The most I'd ever give you is 50%.
Sold.
I wonder if I spoke too soon.
It's all paid for, Blondie. You stay. I guess I didn't tell you, J.C., about another dream I had last night. It was very exciting.
What was it? Eddie Grayson?
Oh, no. The annual boat race between the east side and the west side. Boy, what a race.
Why, Dagwood, that race is tomorrow afternoon.
I know it.
Say, I just thought of something. Why, this will be worth a fortune to me.
Yeah, what's that, Mr. Dithers?
Well, Cora's been thinking about where we're going for our vacation. It's the same old business, the seashore or the mountains. Cora wants to go to the mountains and look at the scenery.
And you want to go to the seashore and look at the girls.
Yeah. No! Well, let's face it, I'm human.
That's news to me. Excuse me.
Mr. Dithers, what does your vacation have to do with Dagwood's dreams and the boat race tomorrow?
Well, Dagwood will tell me which side won the race in his dream. Then I'll get Cora to bet with me that if the side I pick wins the race, I can choose where we go for our vacation. Oh, this is going to be wonderful.
Yeah, it is a swell idea, Mr. Dithers, but it has one tiny little weakness.
Oh, what's that?
In my dream, I didn't see who won the race.
Oh, Dagwood, why was that?
Well, just as both boats drew towards the finish line and everyone was cheering and yelling and screaming.
Yes, what happened?
The alarm clocks went off.
Oh, dear. Is that all you remember about the race?
Well, Blondie, you made me get out of bed, and I haven't learned yet how to continue my dream and brush my teeth at the same time.
Say, maybe he can dream the race all over again. Dagwood, how do you feel right now?
Right now?
Yes.
Oh, I feel fine, thank you. Very chipper and wide awake.
Well, don't you feel a little drowsy? I am practically asleep myself.
Yes, Dagwood, after your experience in jail, when did I say, that one excuse me.
I'm not a bit sleepy. Or am I?
Dagwood, you'd better take you right home and let you float off to dreamland.
Oh, no. I couldn't sleep when I ought to be working for Mr. Dithers.
Oh, it's all right with me, Dagwood.
Oh, no. I just couldn't sleep on the couch on company time.
Oh, why not? You sleep at your desk on company time. Constantly.
Oh, please, Dagwood.
Well, all right, okay. I'm willing to lie down on the couch and rest my eyes a little bit, but I positively, absolutely refuse to go to sleep, and that's final.
Blondie, I can't stand to listen to much more of this. I'm getting sleepy myself.
So am I. Oh, wait, I think he said something.
Oh, boy. Boy, look at him go. Wow!
Oh, it sounds like he's dreaming of the boat race, all right.
Oh, this is wonderful. I've always wanted to be able to decide where to go on my vacation. But it's impossible when you're married.
Mr. Dithers, you know, I'll never force Dagwood to go where I want to go for a vacation.
You don't?
I just say, Dagwood, I'm going to the mountains. Do you want to come along? And he always says yes.
Women are so sweet and reasonable.
Here they come! Wow! Oh, it must be the race, all right.
Yeah, Bumstead, watch that race. Oh, please see which boat wins it. Dagwood, who won? Who won the race? Who won the race?
Oh, I sure was dreaming, wasn't I, huh?
Dagwood, did you dream about the boat race again? The race that's going to be held tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah, that's right. I did. Oh, what a race. The guys in each boat were roaring like mad right up to the finish.
Did you see the finish?
No, I turned away to get a hot dog and missed it.
Bumstead! Oh, let me at it.
Yeah, but look, Mr. Dithers, don't. We gotta get off me, not that.
Oh, you dribbling, drooling, drip.
Oh! Mr. Dithers, you forced me to get tough about this.
Oh! Blondie, let go of my ear.
Well, all right, you let go of Dagwood's T-zone first.
All right. If you're going to be sensitive about it.
That's better.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks.
Bumstead.
Huh?
This is the only chance I've ever had to take a vacation where I want to take it. The only chance in years. And years. And years.
Now, don't cry, Mr. Dithers.
Oh, I just can't help it. Now then, will you please go back to sleep again?
No, I'm wide awake now.
Oh, Dagwood, you've got to go back to sleep. Mr. Dithers wants to know whether the east side boat or the west side boat is going to win. Now, dear, please see if you can't take another little nap.
No, I couldn't do it now, Blondie.
Bumstead, I haven't said go to sleep.
No, I can't possibly.
Well, I'm not going to stand for any more foolishness. Put your big fat head down on that pillow.
Now, wait a minute.
Come on, close your broken down eyes.
Yeah, wait. Now, listen, Daisy.
Now go to sleep.
Yeah,
And if you're not off in 10 minutes, I'll come back and rock you to sleep with a rock.
I think he's sleeping in there, Mr. Dithers. Let's go in, but be very quiet.
All right, Blondie. Oh, I hope he remembers which boat wins the race this time. I've got to win that bet with Cora.
Oh, the poor darling is sound asleep.
The poor darling. Oh,
Mr. Dithers, be careful. Don't step on Daisy's tail.
Don't what on whose which?
Mr. Dithers.
Get out from under my foot, you low-bred, squalling, ill-tempered flea farm.
Me? What's going on here?
Get back to your sleeping, Bumstead.
Mr. Dithers, get off Daisy's tail.
Get out of this room before I kick you out.
Oh, no!
Mr. Dithers, now don't kick Daisy. Now stop that. Hey, boy, kick him, Daisy. Get him.
Come on, get him, Daisy.
Hey, look out. Help! Take over my leg, you mutt. Help! I'm cold. Help!
Stop teasing Daisy. You only get her excited.
Oh, bless your eyes. Bumstead, what were you dreaming about?
Well, it was sort of about the river race.
Oh, good. Who won?
Well, I wasn't really dreaming about the race, Mr. Dithers. I was just dreaming that I was dreaming about it, so it wasn't a real dream, but a dream of a dream.
Oh.
Yeah, you see? Do you understand?
Oh, sure. I understand. Perfectly.
Yeah.
It couldn't be any clearer. Well, there's only one thing to do now.
What's that?
Come on, Bumstead. Get on my lap. Oh, come on, Bumstead. On my nice dinner, Blondie.
Oh, thank you.
I wonder where Dagwood is.
You know, Mr. Dithers, I wouldn't be surprised if Dagwood was taking a little after-dinner nap right now.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I know he's taking a nap.
Well, as a matter of fact, I know he'll take a nap, too. You see, I put a sleeping pill in his glass of milk.
You did?
Mm-hmm. Was that wrong?
I don't know. I dosed up his milk, too.
pills did you put in?
I don't know exactly. It was a sort of a level handful. I just wanted to be sure I'd send him to Slumberland.
Mommy. Oh, what is it, Cookie? Daddy's on the couch honking his horn. He's what? You know, snoring. Oh, sound asleep. So soon? Why, he just laid down a minute ago. I know he's sound asleep. Didn't wake up when I hit him in the face with my Raggedy Ann doll.
Are you sure he wasn't really awake and just pretending to be asleep?
Yep. I hit him again to make sure. Oh, Mr. Dithers, we'd better go right in and see if he's all right.
Oh, he'll be all right. Those pills are pretty weak.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, listen to those beautiful pear-shaped snores. He sounds like a frog with a man in his throat.
Mr. Dithers, I'm worried about this. I'm going to wake him up and see if he feels all right.
Oh, now, Blondie, don't do that.
Oh, but I don't want to take any chances. Dagwood! Dagwood, now wake up. Wake up, dear.
Bumstead, wake up.
Dagwood. Good morning, honey.
Good morning, precious.
Oh, he's really out. I'm going to shake him. Dagwood, wake up. Oh, Dagwood, wake up. Oh, Mr. Dithers. Oh, I'm not Mr. Dithers, Dagwood. Stop shaking me, Mr. Dithers. Oh, Dagwood.
I'll handle him, Blondie. I'll get close and yell in his ear. Bumstead! Now, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good night, darling. Oh, dear, he's asleep again. Mr. Dithers, why don't you come back tomorrow and we'll see if he's dreamed about the race.
Oh, all right, Blondie. But I'm beginning to wonder if it's worth it. Bumstead, wake up. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The race is going to start any minute.
Those sleeping pills really worked on him. He was awake a couple of times this morning, but he fell right off to sleep again.
Good grief. 2 o'clock. The race has started. I've got to call Cora and make my bet with her.
But you don't know which boat Dagwood dreamed would be the winner.
Oh, well, Blondie, hand me that pitcher of ice water.
Oh, Mr. Dithers, do you really think you should?
How can you ask that when you're shoving the pitcher right into my hand?
Well, time's wasting. Oh, he'll make an awful yell.
Well, it's for a good cause. Me.
I'm drowning. Help! Get the iceberg off my back. Help! I've been bird-eyed.
Blondie, get Cora on the phone right away.
Oh, all right, Mr. Dithers.
Dagwood, which boat won the race in your dream? The east side or the west side boat?
Good morning, Mr. Dithers.
It's good afternoon. Who won?
Oh, yes. Well, the way I dreamed it, the race was won by...
Good afternoon, Dagwood.
Good afternoon, honey.
Well, haven't you got a good morning kiss for me this afternoon?
Oh, sure, of course I have.
Oh, for the love of peace. Can't that gooner stuff wait until I find out who won?
No, Mr. Dithers. Here, take the phone.
Yeah. Here's your kiss, darling.
Oh, hello, Cora. I'll tell you the boat I'm betting on as soon as I can pry Dagwood away from Blondie. Oh, come on, folks. Break it up.
Oh, excuse us, Mr.
Excuse us.
Now, who won, Dagwood? I've got Cora hanging on the other end of this phone.
Yeah. Oh, now, let me think for a minute.
You know, they're going to signal the winner today with 1 shot from a cannon if the east side wins and 2 for the west side. We'll be able to tell right away. Now, hurry up.
Yeah, wait a minute. Now I remember. Yeah, I remember who won.
Okay, Cora.
Yes.
And remember that if my boat comes in, we go to the seashore for our vacation. What is it, Dagwood?
The Navy boat won.
The Navy boat, Cora. Yeah. Call you later. Well, I guess that's all. And I've got nothing to... The Navy boat?
Yeah.
Oh, what did I say? There's only an east side boat and a west side boat.
All right, Mr. Dithers.
Bumstead, what have you done to me?
I think I'll go back to sleep again.
I know you are.
I'm going to shove you to sleep.
Oh, wait, Mr. Dithers. There was something in the paper this morning about there being a possibility of a Navy boat being entered. Some of the boys who are sailors got together and were going to rent a boat to row in the race.
Yeah, that's the way it was in my dream.
Huh? One shot. The east side boat won.
No, the west side.
Hey, no! The sailors won. I know they won.
Yahoo! I'm going to the seashore at last. Oh, this is wonderful. So long, folks. Yahoo!
Oh, my goodness. Mr. Dithers certainly is pleased about winning the bet from Cora.
I just didn't have the heart to tell Mr. Dithers about the rest of my dream, Blondie.
Oh? What was that?
Yeah, well, I dreamt that no matter whether Mr. Dithers won or not, Mrs. Dithers is still going to make him go to the mountains.
Don't touch that dial, because there's nothing else on. You might just as well listen to Blondie. Blondie, rebroadcast for the servicemen and women of the United Nations, with Penny Singleton and Arthur Lake as Blondie and Dagwood Bumstead, respectively. Before we join the Bumsteads at Shady Lane Avenue, let's gather around the bandstand for a curtain raiser from Lenny Kahn and his orchestra. Raise that curtain, Len.
And now for our weekly visit with our neighbors, the Bumsteads on Shady Lane Avenue. Well, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning, and 2 dark figures skulk outside the Bumstead home. It's Dagwood and his boss, Mr. Dithers, sneaking home from a late poker game with the boys. Well, naturally, they're trying to be quiet as they share a warm reception from their wives.
Well, Dagwood? Here's your house.
Yeah.
Gotta get our story straight now before we go into report to the capo.
Yeah, what will it be, Mr. Dithers? Will it be sitting up with a sick friend?
Oh, no. That story's no good unless you tell it while applying a little chloroform.
Yeah. Besides, all our sick friends are well again, doggone it.
Yes. It really broke my heart to see Fred Wilkins get over his lumbago.
Yeah.
It was so handy.
And I guess the sick friend gag is out, huh?
Oh, yes.
Hey, maybe we could say we were sitting up with a sick enemy.
Bumstead.
Oh, no. That doesn't seem logical.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Harry Potter's dog is having pups.
Yeah.
We could say we were over there taking the floor with him.
Yeah, and putting ice bags on his head. And,
But somehow that doesn't seem very authentic.
No, I guess not.
What we need is a good, big, fat, juicy ride.
Yeah, it's kind of something that a woman will believe while half asleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something short and sweet that we can mumble double talk.
Yeah. But why don't we just say we were working late at the office?
Dagwood!
Huh?
That's a great idea.
Yes.
Great!
Huh?
Now remember, we've got to stick to our stories. Now let's see. We were working late at the office on some drawings for the Acme Machine Tool and Die Company, and we're getting home late because we work hard knocking ourselves out.
Yeah, tooling and dying all night.
Yes. So we can buy things for our darling wives. Well, if Blondie believes the story, give her my regards. Otherwise, don't mention it.
Yeah. Okay. See you in the morning at the office.
I'll probably have my arm in a sling and my head in a pack. Good night.
Now, let's see if I can sneak in. Oh, I hope I don't wake Blondie up. I'll take my shoes off now. It's so dark, I can't see my shoes. Yeah, I know what I'll do. I'll follow my legs down to the bottom. There they are. Oh, that creaky step. Oh, I'll have to get these steps too sweet one of these days. I can only take them. Hello, guys. Not so loud. You'll get Blondie up. Hello, Blondie.
Good morning.
Yeah.
What time is it, Dagwood?
Oh, a number of minutes after 12.
How many minutes after 12?
120.
You mean 2 o'clock? Where have you been, Dagwood?
Oh, yes. Well, I had to work late at the office so I could make money to buy things for my little family.
How late? 10 minutes?
Yeah. Oh, Blondie, I'll start all over. I'm just getting home. We worked in Mr. Dithers' office on some plans for the Acme Tooling and Dyeing Company.
I called Mr. Dithers' private office phone several times tonight and no one answered.
You did, huh? Well, did you call?
Yes, dear, I called there, too.
Oh, you did? Well, perhaps we were over getting a cup of coffee at Joe's Delicatessen.
Well, I called there, too, and they hadn't seen, so perhaps you were.
Perhaps not.
Well, I guess we've eliminated working late at the office, haven't we?
We sure have.
Yes, Alexander.
Oh, Pop. Hello, Alexander.
Gee, where you been so late? Pop's not sure, Alexander. He's just trying to decide.
Yeah.
Gosh, Pop, you ought to think about me. I need my sleep.
Well, I'm very sorry.
You don't want to start my growth, do you?
No, of course not.
Pop looks awful guilty, doesn't he, Mom?
Huh?
He is guilty. Well, I hope I can get back to sleep.
Yeah, I hope so too, Alexander. Good night, and I'm sorry I disturbed you.
Okay. Just don't let it happen again.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Good night, folks.
Good night, Alexander. Good night, Blondie.
Oh, wait a minute now. Now, let's get back to the facts here.
Must we?
We must.
Blondie, you know Fred Wilkins' lumbago?
Yes, it's all done now. Why?
Yeah, I just wondered if you knew.
Go on, dear.
Well, Harry Potter's dog is having fun.
Yes, Mrs. Potter was telling me they came early this evening.
Yeah, that's very inconvenient of them.
Dagwood.
Yes, honey?
About how long is it going to take you to make up your mind where you've been to?
Well, I'll tell you, Blondie, if you insist. Do you insist? I do. Gee, you remember the other time when you said I do? You were both so nervous, and I drank a whole pot of coffee before the ceremony. My knees were banging together like cymbals.
Yes, and I was afraid I'd trip on my white satin gown going up to the aisle and fall right on my face. But where were you this evening?
Don't change the subject, Blondie.
Now, Dagwood.
Well, Blondie, we heard they needed a couple of substitutes at the Travis Switch factory. They're making a big parts for the big B-29 bombers, so we volunteered. You see, I didn't have time to call you.
Well, dear, why didn't you say so?
I didn't think you'd believe it. I don't know. It seemed sort of improbable.
Oh, you poor darling. You must be tired.
Yeah, I'm still a little nervous, too. Maybe I'd better go down and call Mr. Diddy. I want to tip him off. I have to find out if he got home all right.
Oh, no, dear. You were tired. Now, look, you need some rest. You better get right up to bed.
Yeah, but...
you know how you made out in the morning.
That might be too late, Blondie.
Oh, probably Paul will tell me when I see him tomorrow.
Yeah, whoa.
What's the matter, Dagwood? Is something hurting you?
My conscience. I got a pain in the neck. But from working.
You know, dear. Yeah, you poor dear. Now, look, darling, you should have told me right at the beginning you had volunteered to help out at the factory. Because, you see, when you tell a little kid, you have to tell a bigger one to cover it up. And then you have to make up math stories to cover that up. And it gets worse and worse until the first thing you know, you're in an awful spot.
Oh, Blondie, you are so right.
Chorus sound asleep. Now I can just get so quietly over to my bed. What am I standing up here?
Well, Julius, what drove you home?
Hello, Cora. Tootie.
Smile when you say that.
I am smiling.
That's not a smile, that's a sickly grin. And get us off the floor unless you're planning to sleep there.
What the world are all these tin cans and this wrapping cord that tripped me?
It's a little booty trap I rigged up. Looks as though I caught one in it, too.
Next time, why don't you hook it up with a landmine?
That's a splendid suggestion. That's the clue. I'll give you 3 minutes to think up another of your fairy stories.
Dagwood and I were working late at the office.
I called the office.
We didn't answer the phones. We didn't want to be disturbed.
I went down to the office.
You would.
And it was as empty as your head.
Oh, Cora.
Now, take it from there, Poochie.
Don't call me Poochie.
Well, what's your explanation now?
Well, you know that dog of Harry Potter's?
Oh, yes. Harry called up to offer us one of the pups.
Why doesn't he mind his own business?
And before I forget it, the Wilkins dropped in for a moment to see Dean. Threads all over his lumbago.
Too bad he couldn't have had a relapse.
You were going to think of what kept you up so late, Julius.
I was? Oh, I was. Well, I didn't want to tell you the real reason I'm so late. It's rather embarrassing.
This had better be good. Or tomorrow morning you're going to be on the critical list at the hospital.
Well, it's about Dagwood. I don't want you to repeat this, Cora. It would hurt Blondie's feelings.
What is it, Julius?
Oh, it wasn't anything so terrible. After all, he's still young and high-spirited. And the girl was a knockout.
Girl? What happened?
Well, I was standing there minding my own business. But Dagwood whistled at a brunette. She called a cop, and Dagwood got arrested as a masher.
Oh, no!
Oh, yes. And it took me all this time to persuade the police not to throw him in the jug.
Oh.
You see why I didn't want to tell you this?
Yes, of course.
Well, that was it. I did my good turn and came home. And this is the reception I get from my sweet, ever-loving ball and state.
Oh, Julius, I'm so sorry. Really and truly, I am.
Well, that's life for you. You go out of your way to keep a friend's home from being broken up, and your wife bites her ears off for it.
Now, please don't say that, Julius. I didn't know.
Of course, it would have been too much to ask you to trust me. You always think I'm lying or inventing a story. You never give me credit for having a conscience.
Oh, Julius, you're making me feel like a heel.
Well, if the heel fits, put it on.
Yes, I have been cruel to you. I haven't made you a good wife. I've been mean, nagging, said unkind things.
Go on. Go on.
I don't see how you took me all these years.
So you're beginning to wonder too, huh? Well, in spite of all your faults for it, I love you.
Oh, thank you for proving.
Smile when you say that.
Julius, don't throw that back in my face. I feel bad enough as it is. Won't you forgive me?
Well, all right. Now stop bawling. I'm free.
Yes, you are. I'm sorry. Could I ask you a question, please?
Maybe.
Dagwood's name be on the police blotter?
No, I think they'll put down some fictitious name.
No. Oh, I'm seeing Blondie tomorrow. I don't know how I'll be able to face her knowing what I do. Poor Blondie.
Poor Dagwood.
Oh, good morning, sir. Come on in. Come here. Oh, did Mr. Gidders come in late last night to be told? Yes, it was after school. Not really. Tell me, did he tell you he'd been working at the office?
Yes, but I've heard that song before.
So had I. Oh, yes.
Oh, Blondie, if you only knew.
Well, I finally made him tell me what really happened.
And you know?
Oh, yes, I found out.
Oh, poor Blondie, your heart must be breaking.
No, not breaking.
You were so brave about it. Dagwood being arrested in a masher.
A what?
Well, he got tickled at that brunette.
What brunette?
The girl who had him arrested. Nothing. Julius whistled with the young girl, too. The dog. Now, last summer when we went to the beach, he whistled all day like a peanut stand. It'd be 2 days before his lips would unpucker.
But I didn't know anything about it. Whistling at brunette. Oh, how could he do such a thing?
I guess he just puckered up his lips and let go. That's why Julius was out so late. He was fixing it up so Dagwood's name wouldn't be on the police blotter.
Oh, dear. Oh, my.
Oh, that's moonlight for you.
Well, somehow I never thought of Dagwood as a wolf. But he did look guilty last night. Oh, what?
There now, Blondie.
I can't help it. My own husband, a masher. If he'd only done some little thing like robbing a bank.
Well, it's just the crack we women have to bear. What did Dagwood tell you?
Well, he said he volunteered to work at the Travis factory last night. He and Mr. Gidders and some friends of Mr. Gidders.
The Travis factory? Dad!
What's the matter?
I happen to know who else was working that shift last night. I heard him mention it yesterday. Who? That tall, slinky, blonde, Gloria, somebody or other. She's the girl who has, well, you know, she's the luscious type. Eyelashes are too long.
Yes, she is gorgeous. Whenever I see her coming out down, she goes down.
Oh, that's where Julius was. Oh, that heel. And I believed him last night.
Yes.
I apologize for suspecting him of lying to me. He talked me into thinking he was a fine, noble husband. I
We ought to be good and mad.
Yes, well, I am mad.
So am I. Let's go down to the office and drag the truth out of the meetings we have to do with our bare hands. Hurry, Blondie, before I cool off. I want to stay mad until I see that fine, noble heel.
Well, if it isn't Mrs. Bumstead and Mrs. Dithers.
Hello, Mr. Niles. Man, you can't stop the talking, Mr. Niles.
Well, I'll just walk along with you. Say, what's all the hurry about?
Well, on our way to see our husband, nothing can stop us.
My, I'll bet they'll be glad to see you. Both of you looking so bright and cheerful.
Cheerful? That's the trouble with us women. We hide our feelings. Blondie, are you going to stay mad, or do I have to be mad enough for both of us?
Oh, dear, I forgot. Okay, so I'll get mad all over again. Goodbye, Mr. Niles.
Goodbye. Give my sympathies to your husband.
Oh, Bumstead.
Yes, Mr. Dithers.
How did you make out with Blondie last night? Did you stick to your story?
No, I was just stuck with it.
Oh, Bumstead. How could you let me down like that?
I'm sorry, Casey, but that alibi had more holes in it than a hunk of Swiss cheese. How did you make out, Mr. Dithers? Did you stick to your story?
Why, no.
No, that's all right, Mr. Dithers. That's fine.
Well, what did you finally tell Blondie?
Well, I told her we substituted at the Travis Wood factory.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Bumstead, that's where Gloria works.
What Gloria is that?
You know, the,
Oh, that's Gloria.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone wants to get on the ship with Gloria. Waiting list a mile long. My name's the top, of course.
Naturally.
Cora will murder me.
How do you suppose you'll do it? With an axe?
No. That's too sudden. He's more likely to tie me up over an anthill. Oh, Bumstead, what an awful thing for you to tell Blondie.
Well, what did you tell Cora, huh?
Only that you whistled at a brunette and got arrested as a masher.
Oh, well, a little thing, huh? Yeah?
I told her I spent last night talking the cop out of throwing you in the cab.
Oh, Mr. Dithers.
That's fast thing for you, huh?
Holy smoker, did you have to make it a brunette? Oh, my gosh. Now, how's Blondie going to feel when she hears?
Oh, she'll probably be slightly provoked.
Provoked? You don't know Blondie. She's little and cute and sweet, but when she really gets mad, she's really mad, the safest thing to do is to dive into an air raid shelter. I suppose Cora's told Blondie by now, huh?
Yes? They are? Can't you stop them? Oh, all right, thank you.
What did you with that Blondie and Cora?
Yes. Simple said they charged through the outer office like the Third Armor did it. Oh, we're good. While there's life, there's hope. Come on, Dagwood. Run for your life.
Do you suppose the stores run out here and back and hide in this tool shed?
I hope not. There's nothing here but a lot of old junk.
Oh, shh. I hear the sound. The stores are in here, Blondie. Oh, yes. Just climb out the door. That's funny. Well, you can bet. Not here, Jason.
Bumstead, what did you leave the padlock unlocked for, you fathead?
Mr. Dithers, you unlocked it and left it.
Okay, I'm a fathead.
Are you in there, you two left pirate?
Don't say it.
Blondie, this little shed doesn't look very valuable. Why don't you just cut the neck to it? Oh, no.
My goodness, Blondie.
I was heard getting in one of those big trucks and crashing right through it like a truck.
Oh.
That's a wonderful idea. Oh, no, Blondie, we really shouldn't. Why not? Well, that would be pleasure driving. That was the Dithers company always has some diamond all the while. I think the new Blondie was a bloodthirsty.
Well, it's been a nice life. What there was of it.
Blondie, I don't think we could put perfectly good dynamite blowing up around rubbish. Maybe we ought to think this over.
Yes, and we can come back later. If we happen to remember. Come on, Blondie. All right, sir. Goodbye, guys. And I do mean goodbye. Yes, goodbye. Quiet! There they go.
We'll wait 5 minutes and cut our way out of here.
Yes. Mr. Gibbons, there's just one thing wrong with the tool shed.
What's that?
There aren't any tools in it.
Great something, you man. We're locked in here until they're good and ready to let us out.
Well, that may be never. And never's a long, long time.
We really should have come here before you. It's almost 9 o'clock. I got sort of bad having dinner and thinking about Dagwood and Mr. Gibbons not talking that chair.
Not I. Didn't you bet that thought I'd had in months. You know, I'm not at all sure we shouldn't leave him in there for another day or so, just to make sure that you're really safe.
Well, I think they're ready for something else.
They sound a little hoarse.
I'm sorry, desperate.
Oh, it's like music to my ears.
Oh, dear. I hope Dagwood will forgive me.
Wait a minute. You're supposed to forgive him.
Oh, yes, that's right.
First, we've got to find out where they really were last night.
Well, here's the kid.
Well, are you two Wakes still in there?
Cora, let us out! Let us out!
Where's the best anything? Let us out, please.
Will you both tell us where you really were last night?
Yes.
Just let us out. I'm hungry.
Well, shall we go?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Cora!
After the way they toyed with us last night.
What's wrong with it?
Well, it's against my better judgment. I'm just an old fool, I guess.
I never expected to see the light of day again. Hey, I don't see it now.
It happens to be night, you know.
Yes. Well, good night, all. Oh, just a minute, you two. We won't know where you were last night.
We can't tell a lie.
We're too.
Where were you?
Dagwood was playing poker.
Huh?
Julius?
I was just passing by and stuck around accidentally.
Playing poker?
Yes, playing poker. Julius, did you win or did you lose?
Well, the cards were marked. I lost.
Julius, you're a hero. Take this.
Oh!
Well, Dagwood, did you win or did you lose?
Well,
did you win or lose?
If the cards were marked,
I won. Oh, Dagwood, you don't. Take this.
The Bumsteads, as if you didn't know, will be back again in just a few moments. Right now, that man Lenny Kahn prepares to downbeat the orchestra for this sparkling selection. Well, sparkle.
Dagwood. I'm sorry I went out to you the way I did today. But I guess you'll know what to do the next time you come home late at night.
Yeah. Tell the truth and divide the winnings with you. Yeah, but what if I lose?
Just don't bother to come home.
Blondie is played by Penny Singleton and Dagwood by Arthur Lake. The original score is composed and conducted by William Up.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.
Don't touch that dial. Listen to... Yes, folks, it's another half hour of fun with Blondie and Dagwood, with Arthur Lake as Dagwood, Ann Rutherford as Blondie, and Hanley Stafford as Mr. Dithers. Now for our weekly visit with your neighbors, the Bumsteads of Shady Lane Avenue. Well, folks are up and stirring in the Bumstead home this morning. Blondie is downstairs stirring up a mess of pancakes, and Dagwood is upstairs just stirring up a mess.
Who stole my sock? I want to know who stole my sock.
Maybe you lost it.
Now, how can you lose a sock? I have been robbed of a sock by a member of my own family. Oh, that's gratitude for you. Blondie, did you steal a sock from me? Yeah, well, I can't find the sock anyplace. Well, I'll look downstairs then.
Dagwood, did you look on your feet?
Blondie, now wait a minute. Can't you see that I've got one foot with a sock on it and the other foot's bare?
Well, I've known you to put both socks on one foot.
Yeah, well, that's a little ridiculous, isn't it? Okay, just to make you happy, I'll look. Who put this extra sock on my foot? Look at that.
I thought so. Now, hurry, dear.
Hey, I wonder if I could have done this myself by any chance.
You were awful sleepy when you woke up this morning, Pop.
Yeah, for all I know, maybe I'm still a little sleepy now, honey.
Dagwood, you're going to be late to the office.
Oh, gosh, Mr. Dithers says if I'm late again, he'll grab me by the head and then grab me by my feet and then play me like an accordion.
Listen, dear.
What?
There's $2 in this envelope, and I want you to stop at the bank and put it in our Christmas fund for next year.
Okay, Blondie, you can trust me. Besides, dear, I've got a surefire way of earning some extra money.
Well, that's good, but the last time you had an idea.
Yeah, I know. That was the time that...
Time?
Yeah.
Oh, Dagwood, look at the time.
Oh, I got plenty. Holy smoke, I'm going to be late. Hold it down for me, Blondie.
All right, dear. Here I come. Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye.
J.C. Dithers Construction Company. We'll build you a house or build you a hovel and charge you less if you use a shovel. JCD Press at this end. Oh, hello, Woodley. Yeah, I wanted you to drop by and take a couple of chances on a punch board I have. You won't? Well, I was just looking for a sucker.
Good morning, Mr. Dithers.
Oh, never mind, Woodley. The man I'm looking for just walked in. Come on. Well, good morning, Dagwood.
Hello.
Oh, what's the matter?
Well, I'm always just a little bit worried when you smile at me like that. I'm never sure you're not going to bite me.
Bite you? Please, I've just had my breakfast. Buddy, I'm going to give you a chance to do something fine and noble for charity.
Oh, that's nice.
I want you to take a couple of chances on this punch board.
I knew you'd put the bite on me, yeah. Well, I just don't have any money, Mr. Dithers.
Well, how about an advance on your salary?
Oh, no, thanks. I don't need it at this time.
Let's not be ungrateful.
What?
Take the chance.
What? Take what? Oh,
take the chance.
No, I'd rather not. I'd rather not take the chance or the advance right now. I'm really not.
Hey, what's in this envelope sticking out of your pocket?
Oh, no, don't open that, Mr. Dithers.
Leave me alone.
No, don't. Blondie will skin me.
Oh, she'll have to wait. I'm first. Uh-huh. It's money.
Oh, okay. How much are the punches?
How much have you got here?
$2.
That's just how much the punches are.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead. For $2, you can punch any way you like.
Oh, can I?
Oh, boy. Here goes. Hey, hey. Lower that lunch hook.
Oh, you mean the punch board? Well, I'll try this one right here. Let's see. Oh. Huh? What does it say? Yeah.
Well, they usually say better luck next time. Yours will probably say tough luck, sucker.
Yeah. Oh, it will? Oh, this one just says you win the grand prize. You holy smoke, the grand prize.
Oh, no.
Did what?
Well, I thought I had my thumb over that.
Hey, well, that's wonderful. Well, what is the grand prize?
Well, let's see. Winner is entitled to one genuine synthetic blue-white plastic diamond ring mounted in real platinum-type tin. And you won it. Oh, it's not fair.
Oh, no. A diamond ring. Oh, I can give Blondie a diamond ring after all of these years. Oh, gosh, Mr. Diddy. Thank you for making me take that chance. You're the sweetest and nicest, the most thoughtful and considerate bossy pie I've ever had.
Oh, you shut up.
Blondie, I'm going shopping, and I thought you might like to come along.
Gee, I don't think I can today. But wait a minute. You told me yesterday you didn't have a cent.
Well, I didn't yesterday. But I got up in the middle of the night and went to my favorite bank, the J.C. Dithers First National Blue Surge.
Cora, you didn't go through his pockets again.
Uh-huh. I found $13 and a deck of marked cards. So this morning at breakfast, we played a little blackjack, and now I have $46.
How'd you do that?
I changed the marks on the cards.
Well, I guess that's one way of getting money from your husband.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's the best way. Oh, I love to play blackjack with Julius. Either with cards or with a real blackjack.
Shame on you, Cora.
Oh, Blondie, I've always got to be watching him.
Well, I've got to watch Dagwood, too, but for another reason. He's got a new idea for making extra money.
Oh? Well, what is it this time?
Well, I'm not quite positive, but I found a book on how to raise silkworms, or how to worm your way into a fortune.
Oh, I see. He's going to toil not while they spin. Well, I thought I was saying something clever.
Just imagine sitting back there and letting a worm support you.
Why not? I've been doing it for years. Oh, that reminds me. Maybe when I finish my shopping, I'll drop in on Julius and see which way my worm is turning today. Oh, sorry you can't run along with me, Blondie.
So am I. Bye, Cora.
Oh, that must be that funny-looking office boy. Come on in, dopey.
Bumps.
I didn't know it was you, Mr. Diddy.
Oh, you didn't, huh?
Oh, no, I'd never call you dopey to your face. What did you want, dopey? Excuse me again.
Certainly.
Yes.
Bumstead, I've been thinking about the ring you won. And I've decided to give you $3 for it.
Oh, no, Mr. Diddy. I'm giving that ring to Blondie.
I don't know why I let you play that punch board in the first place. Bumstead, you spell trouble for me.
Yeah, okay. T-R-U-B-B-E-L.
Tell me, when you were a child, did your nurse use your head to keep the door from banging?
Oh, no. We were too poor to afford a nurse, Mr. Diddy. Yeah, Mother had to do that.
Well, Bumstead, for the last time, Sell me that winning chance for $13. Now, look, here's $3 in cash. And the $10 bill I'm not sure of.
Yeah. No, look, Mr. Diddy, that ring is for Blondie. No. My answer is absolutely no. K-N-O-W.
Oh, fine. F-E-I-N. Now, look. After you have lunch, take those blueprints over to the foreman of the Rodney Bell job.
Yes, sir.
And I don't want to catch you going home or fooling around on company time.
No, don't worry, Mr. Diddy. You won't catch me. Goodbye.
Yes, this lucky punch seems to be incorrect, Alder Mr. Bumstead. The Glass Jewelry Company is always happy to donate a prize to a worthy charitable cause. There's your ring. A lovely setting, isn't it?
Yeah, the setting is beautiful, but where's the diamond?
Mr. Bumstead, how much did this diamond cost you?
$2.
For $2, how can you expect to see it with the naked eye?
Yeah, well...
Here, Mr. Bumstead, wait till I put this magnifying glass over it. Now, how is it?
Oh, that's better. I can see it now. Oh. Yeah, but look, I don't think Blondie will like to wear it with a magnifying glass over it all the time.
Mr. Bumstead, I like you.
Oh, I like you, too.
Well, that's nice. And because I like you, I'm going to do you a favor.
Okay, and because I like you, I'm going to accept the favor.
We're getting along just dandy, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, sir, I'm going to allow you to use this free ring as a liberal down payment on a really lovely golden smoky yellow diamond. A diamond your wife would be proud to wear.
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly afford it. Absolutely, positively not. Okay, where do I sign my life away?
Right here, Mr. Bumstead.
Yeah, oh, thanks. Dagwood, Bumstead, there.
Mr. Bumstead, believe no other store would give you these friendly credit terms. Why, they're almost chummy. Only $1.10 a week.
Yeah, and only for 12 years, too. Yeah. Of course, I'll have to go without lunches to do it, I guess.
Well, as soon as we check your credit rating, we'll deliver this beautiful ring to your office. Is that correct?
Oh, that's right. Oh, Blondie will love it. But, gee, 12 years is a long time to go without lunches.
Oh, but Mr. Bumstead, you can do it. You can do it. You'll just have to pull in your belt.
Pull it in, I'll have to eat it. Oh, I'm sorry I was gone so long, Mr. Dithers.
Well, that's all right, Bunny Boy. I didn't miss you a bit.
Yeah, well, I went over to that jewelry shop first before I took the plans over to the Carson job, or no, the Rodney Bell job. I'll have a surprise for you in a little while, too.
I have a surprise for you right now.
Oh, did something happen while I was out?
Oh, yeah, senor. A very cute girl was in here playing the punch board.
Oh?
And when she didn't win, she was just heartbroken.
Oh, now, isn't that too bad?
Yes, she just sat in my lap and cried her beautiful big eyes out. Look how wet my lapels are.
Oh.
Anyway, here's the $13.
What's this for?
Dagwood, I just didn't have the heart to send her away without a prize of some sort. So when they delivered your ring, I gave it to her. Holy smoke, he fainted. What a hand. All right, Bumstead, all right. I'll give you the girl's name and address.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Diddy. Now I can get Blondie's diamond rings back to her.
Now, just a second. I'll step in my office and get it. Let's see. I might just as well pick any girl's name from the phone book and send this here while I try to find out what the right girl's name was. Oh, this page is as good as any. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Now, let's see where Miss Mo lives. Dagwood.
Oh, yes, Mr. Diddy. Did you find the girl's address?
I found one. Here you are, lad.
Oh, it's way across town. Well, I'd better phone Blondie and tell her I'll be working late. I don't want Blondie to worry, Mr. Diddy. I guess this is the address. Well, I won't take no for an answer. If necessary, I'll be rough. I've got to be rough.
Well, hello there.
Rough. Excuse me. Oh, no.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry. You see, that kind of slips out. Sometimes my whistler just whistles all of a sudden.
Won't you come in and tell me what you're selling?
Oh, I'm not selling anything. I just
Oh,
wanted...
you poor thing. You look so worried. Just as though you had the weight of the world on your shoulders. If you don't mind my making a figure of speech.
Oh, gosh, with your figure, it's very hard to make speech.
How gallant of you.
Oh, it's getting sort of warm in here, isn't it?
Well, but then I've always found out that all men of your type are gallant.
Oh, my.
Listen to that radiator bubbling.
Oh, is that the radiator? I thought it was me for a minute. I thought my blood was beginning to boil over a little bit.
Oh, you're so nice.
Well, you're so... About that ring...
I wonder if a man like you wouldn't be glad to do it itsy bitsy favor for a girl like me. You would, wouldn't you?
Well, you see,
I knew you'd say yes. You see, here's my problem. If I don't find somebody...
Okay, Woodley. Yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah. Everything that happened when Big Brain gets back. If he ever does.
Oh, hello, Mr. Diddy.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Blondie. Oh, I see you've bought yourself a new hat.
Oh, no, Mr. Diddy. That's not what's in this hat box. I just brought Dagwood one of those big sandwiches he likes, and it just fits into this hat box. Where's Dagwood, Mr. Diddy?
I'm sorry, but I can't tell you.
Mr. Diddy, I very rarely lose my temper, but when I do, look out.
Now, Blondie, if you think you can threaten me, you've got another thing coming.
That's what I mean, all right. Mr. Diddy, look me in the eye.
Okay, you can't stare me down.
Just watch me.
Okay, I'll tell you. Well, here's the woman's address, but if I were you, I'd...
Goodbye.
That speed must run in the family. Oh, what a switch. This time, Dagwood's going to be caught in an embarrassing spot instead of poor old Happy me. Oh, hello, Woodley. Dithers again. Listen to this. Blondie just dropped in and forced me to tell her where Dagwood is. And she went out of here like a rocket. Yeah. Oh, what a day. And on top of everything else, a lucky little lady is going to be mighty grateful to me for that diamond ring.
Julius Caesar.
Whoa! There goes my happy ending. Goodbye, Woodley.
What lucky lady is going to be grateful for what diamond ring?
Well,
And be sure you give me the right answer. Your physical well-being is hanging in the balance.
Oh, all right. I was going to surprise you, dear.
Why, Julius.
Oh, how I hate this. I'm going to give you a diamond ring.
Julius, darling. And I'm going to give you a great big kiss.
Oh, Cora, don't. I've been punished enough.
I'll just try to control myself if she answers the door. Or maybe I'll just let myself go and start pulling hair.
Oh, but Blondie.
Dagwood, Bumstead.
Oh. Boy, am I glad to see you.
Dagwood, what are you doing here?
Well, dear, I'm having a little trouble with a girl.
Oh, Dagwood.
No. It isn't anything to feel that way about, Blondie, dear.
No, it's just my whole life, that's all.
Oh, no, dear. Look, come on in and help me, Blondie. Will you please? Oh, thanks, dear.
Well, all right. I guess you need me now more than ever.
Well, it isn't that bad, dear.
Well, where is she?
She's right in the next room, and, well, she's very cute.
Cuter than me?
Well, yes, in a way, dear, yes.
Oh, Dagwood.
Yeah, and, well, she's a little bit younger, too, Blondie.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Yes, look at her.
Dagwood, you're a babysitter.
Yeah. You see, dear, but the only thing is they've been having a little trouble. They don't use the old-fashioned safety pins anymore, and I don't understand these new-fashioned ones. It's been a long time since Cookie was this little, dear.
Oh, Dagwood, I just want you to know something.
Right.
I forgive you for all the things you weren't doing that I thought you were doing.
What was that again?
So this is how you were going to earn some extra money.
Well, not exactly. I sort of got talked in, it is. And I don't know how to do anything with babies except sing. Rock-a-bye, baby, in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. Oh, Blondie, that babysitting has sure given me a terrific appetite.
Well, that's why I'm stopping here at the Dithers Company. I made a big fat sandwich for you. But when Mr. Dithers gave me that woman's address, I just dropped the box and ran.
Oh, well, I'll get it right now. I've got a key to the offices. Yeah, here it is. So now you wait in the car, dear. Now, let's see now.
Is this the J.C. Dithers Company office?
Oh, yes, it is. And
I can guess who you are, since you have the key to the office. I came here to shake the hand.
Yeah, well, how do you do?
The hand of a perfect heel.
Give me back my fingers, please. Yeah.
I've got a couple of things for you, Mr. Dithers.
Yeah, but I'm not Mr. Dithers.
Well, you can take
my nose.
And this.
Oh, look, it's a ring.
Yeah, and it's a pleasure to throw it in your face. After this, Mr. Dithers, don't give presents to my girl. Goodbye.
Oh, well, thanks very much, and come again, anytime.
Dagwood, the ring is just gorgeous. Oh, I'm crazy about it.
Well, I always told you that I was going to give you a nice diamond ring, and sure enough, I did.
Boy, that sure's a big, beautiful piece of glass.
Oh, Alexander.
I was just kidding. Come in.
Oh, hello there.
My Corin, Mr. Dithers. Oh, I'm so glad you dropped in.
Yeah, so whoopee.
What's the matter, Mr. Dithers?
Look, Blondie, look. Look at the lovely diamond ring Julius just gave me. Is it wonderful? Did you ever see anything like it?
Why, yes, Cora, I have. Look at the diamond ring that Dagwood just gave me.
Well, now, wasn't that... look at the size of it. Why, it makes my diamond look dinky.
Julius Caesar Dithers. Folks, can you ruin my life again?
Blondie, starring Arthur Lake and Ann Rutherford, came to you through the facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio Service, the voice of information and education.
Don't touch that dial. Listen to... great new 1947 Super Suds and Luster Cream Shampoo. The cream shampoo for true hair loveliness. This morning, an important decision is about to be made in the Bumstead household, but Dagwood doesn't know that yet. He's sitting across the breakfast table from Blondie, reading the morning comics, when Blondie says,
Dagwood? Dagwood? Well, so far it's been a very witty conversation. Herschel, darling.
Who? Where is he? Who's Herschel?
Oh, thank you for your kind attention, dear. And now would you like to hear what I was going to say?
Excuse me for not listening, Blondie.
Oh, that's all right, darling. I just wanted to talk to you before you talk to Mr. Dithers today about our vacation.
Oh, yeah. I always dread this day. Mr. Dithers always acts like it's an outrage when I ask for 1 week with pay. He makes me feel like I ought to pay him for letting me go.
Well, dear, I've just been figuring things out. What we really need and what you've got to ask him for is a 3-week vacation.
Yeah, I 3 weeks.
With pay.
Oh, no, Blondie. You can't ask me to ask Mr. Dithers for 3 weeks with pay. Oh, my. He might even run my little finger in the pencil sharpener again. He'll murder me, Blondie.
He'll do no such thing. It's against the law.
It is, huh? Blondie, as soon as you step into Mr. Dithers' office, Mr. Dithers is the law. Makes it and breaks it all he pleases.
Well, now, Dagwood, we really do need 3 weeks. 2 weeks of rest and recreation and 1 week to recover from it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, dear. It takes at least a week to heal the mosquito bites and the sunburn and the poison ivory and
the poison what, dear?
Yeah, poison ivory. And if we go riding, the saddle blisters, yeah.
Well, just remember that when you go in to ask Mr. Dithers, you ask him for 6 weeks vacation with pay.
Yeah, okay. I'll ask you. It is 6 weeks.
Why, seriously, Dagwood, ask him for 6 weeks and settle for 3.
Well, okay, I'll try it. I'll ask him this morning, Blondie. And if you don't hear from me by noon...
Yes, dear?
Call the police and have them send the riot squad to the Dithers Company. Gee, shall I knock on Mr. Dithers' door now or wait till later? Maybe he'll be in a better mood later. But then again, maybe he won't be. Or will he? I guess I'll knock. No, I'd better not.
Make up your mind, B.B. Brave.
Shall I knock on your door, Mr. Dithers?
Yes, and do it with your hollow head.
Yes, sir.
I'd recognize that head anywhere. Come in.
Good morning, J.C.
Yeah, Bumstead, what is it?
J.C., I'd like to talk to you about my vacation.
Vacation?
Yeah, you know. Remember when I'm not working, but you still have to pay me, huh? Remember?
Bumstead. That's what you do here all year round. Do you think you deserve a vacation?
Oh, be brave, Dagwood. Be brave and tell him. Go ahead.
Never mind giving yourself a pep talk. Answer me.
Yes, Dagwood deserves a vacation.
And how long a vacation?
6 weeks with pay. Holy smokes, look at him.
Oh.
Mr. Dithers, please. Mr. Dithers, speak to me. Say something. I'll just have to throw this water on him. Well, here goes.
No, Bumstead, don't. Now, wait.
Let me wipe you off. Gee, I thought you were completely unconscious.
Why completely? Are you hinting that sometimes I'm even slightly unconscious?
Oh, no, Mr. Dithers.
Well, I'll let that pass. I was just trying to show you how shocked I was that you're asking for 6 weeks vacation with pay. Why, it's utterly ridiculous. Am I dry now?
Well, you're still a little wet behind the ears, Mr. Dithers.
Now, about this vacation business.
Mr. Dithers, I said 6 weeks, and I mean 6 weeks.
Listen here, you mental minus mark. You'll take 3 weeks or nothing.
It's sold.
I knew he would choke me, and he did.
But whatever for?
Well, when he chokes me a little bit, it sort of cheers him up, kind of. Oh, but it didn't hurt much. I can take a choke.
Oh, Dagwood, you popped a corny. Well, I'm sorry for you, dear, but I'm glad you got that extra week.
Yeah, but now we've got to decide where we're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told him we could definitely leave next week. Can we, dear?
Well, I think we can, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Dagwood, I think we ought to have a little family council. You know, you and I and Alexander and Cookie, and we'll just have to discuss it and vote on which place we would like to the best.
Mm-hmm. Okay, dear, that seems fair, but if I don't like the decision, I may have to use my veto power.
Okay, dear, and if we don't like your veto, we'll have to override it.
Quiet, please, quiet. The House of Bumstead will now come to order. Order, please, order.
2 beers.
Oh, Alexander.
Yeah, I wish he was as old as that joke. He'd be supporting us by now. Where'd he hear that corny joke anyway?
From you, Daddy.
Oh, yes, sir, it's still funny. It is funny.
Well, the question before the house is, where shall we go to get out of the house? In other words, where do we want to go on our vacation?
Well, that makes it unanimously. We all want to go on a hunting trip, don't we? Okay, it's all settled.
Now, just a minute, Dagwood, not so fast.
Stop.
What?
You didn't listen to me at all.
What? Do I hear any objections?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, a hunting trip might be lots of fun. Tigers and elephants and lions.
And field mice.
Yeah. No, not field mice.
Well, I don't want to go on a vacation where all we do is watch you and Daddy lie on your stomachs with guns and wait for things to walk in front of them.
I agree with you, Cookie.
Thank you, Mother.
Oh, not at all, dear.
We girls have to stick together.
Absolutely.
Hey, well, wait just a minute, please. There's nothing as exciting as a real big game hunting trip. Now, suppose we went out to bag a record-breaking mountain sheep.
Dagwood Bumstead, don't you try to tell me how wonderful and romantic it would be. I've read about those big game hunts, and I know.
What?
Well, I'll give you an idea of what it would be like. First, there's all the preparation for the trip. Buying clothes and sleeping bags and buying the gun. Oh, you didn't know it was loaded. And then we take a long train trip west and north to the end of the railroad. Then a car trip to the end of the road. And then onward on a mule to the bitter end. And finally, we have to go up the mountains by ourselves on foot. Onward and upward. And up. And up. And finally, on the last day of our vacation, we spot a record-breaking mountain sheep.
Oh, boy, there he is. This will make the name of the Bumstead famous forever.
Well, go ahead and shoot him, Dagwood.
Okay, but where are the children, Blondie?
The wind just blew them back down the mountain.
Yeah?
Oh, go ahead, dear.
Okay, here goes. Aha! What do you know about that? I missed him.
Oh, Dagwood, there he goes over the ridge.
Yeah, well, so much for our vacation. Back down the mountain and back to the old grind again. Come on.
Dagwood, look. Your shot started an avalanche, and it's coming our way.
Oh, boy, just our luck. A landslide. And we get a free ride all the way down the mountain. Oh, boy.
And that's what I imagine would happen on a big game hunt. Why, Cookie and I don't want to spend our vacation that way.
Oh, gee, Blondie, I'm not that bad a shot.
Well, I don't know, Dagwood.
Yeah, Mom's right, Pop. Every time you go out to hunt rabbits, you come back with ducks.
And when you go out to hunt ducks, you come back with fish.
All right. You talked me out of it. Come in.
Oh, hello, Bumstead.
Oh, hello, Mr. Petrie. Come on in.
Hello.
Oh, look, Mr. Dithers is with him.
Hello, Blondie. Dagwood.
Hello.
Hi, J.C.
Well, children.
Hello, Uncle Julius.
Well, little bumlets. The bachelor and the bobby soxer. I just wondered where you folks were going on your vacation.
Oh, we haven't decided yet, Mr. Dithers, but we're open to suggestions. Where are you going, Mr. Petrie?
Oh, I'm going to a special place.
What's special about this place?
Oh, I love the beautiful big white fleecy clouds they have there. They remind me of
Of the white billowing sails of an old-time clipper ship, huh?
No, of a beautiful billowing mountain of fleecy white clothes that have just been washed with the great new improved Super Suds. The new Super Suds makes me think of mountains, just because, well, one package can make 35,700 times its own volume in suds, or enough to more than fill 2 moving vans. I think of fleecy because those new Super Suds with the richer suds make mighty white washes, and you can forget the bleach, too. And those harder-working suds whip the most stubborn dirt out almost faster than you can say, let's plan our vacation. Ah, yes. When I think of everything that's sweet and clean and fresh and relaxing about a mountain vacation, I just naturally think of the new Super Suds with all those extra suds that make washing so much easier on the hands, that make such clean, sweet-smelling washes. I think of those floods of suds from Super Suds that make every wash day so much easier, so much quicker. Come to think of it, I haven't made my reservation this year. Will you excuse me?
Oh, of course, Mr. Petrie.
Well, so long, folks.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrie. Goodbye.
So long, Howard.
Where do you want to go, Blondie?
Well, I'd like to go to Crystal Lake. I've heard there's a lovely white sand beach there and lots of little cottages in the pines, and there's dancing every night.
That isn't all they have at Crystal Lake.
You mean they have sailboats and canoes there, too?
How about horses?
Well, yes, they do have sailboats and canoes and horses. They also have a large summer school there for college girls. Mostly the beautiful but dumb type.
Well, how educational.
Uh-oh.
And there are lots more girls there than men.
Yeah, how invigorating.
You don't know how dangerous a beautiful, lonely girl can be. It's murderous.
Yeah, well, I've never been afraid of danger. If they've got horses there, I'd like to go.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'm not so sure that I'd like going up there.
Blondie, I'll give you a general idea of what it's like there. There's that beautiful lake. There's a blue sky. And those wild, wild women. On some pretext or another, one of those gorgeous brunettes would lure Dagwood into a canoe with a sandwich, and then before he realized what was happening...
I really mustn't go for a canoe ride. Really, I mustn't.
Now, you just lie back on that pillow and let your hand trail in the water.
Hey. We're way out in the lake. How did that happen?
I guess you were looking at me instead of the shoreline.
Yeah, you are sort of
Sort of what, honey?
Sort of scenic. One of nature's wonders. But I really wonder if I should go for a canoe ride, huh? I wonder.
Now, you just relax. You beautiful hunk of man.
You're just saying that because it's true.
Oh, you look yummy to me.
Yeah, but I think we'd better go back to shore, please.
Nothing doing, darling.
Yeah, but you've got to.
Oh, no, I don't.
You don't?
I've got you now, and I'm not going to let you get away from me. Oh, you look very yummy.
Gee, what will young Blondie say?
I'm sorry, but I've got to live a little, too.
Oh, yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Where are you taking me?
Just out to No Man's Island.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, but I'm desperate for a man to talk to. The really beautiful girls have taken them all away. Except for you.
Holy smoke, that's Blondie's calling me.
Well, go ahead and call back to her. I dare you to let her see that you're out here with me. Go ahead.
Oh, I can't, but look, you've got to take me back to her now.
I do, huh? Listen, Bumstead.
What?
Before I paddle you back, you've got 2 choices. Either you kiss me now, or you get out and swim back.
I can't swim that far. I know I can't.
I know you can. Well, what's your decision?
Better death than dishonor.
Holy smoke, he did it!
Oh, my goodness, Mr. Githers. Is that what might happen at Crystal Lake?
That's right, Blondie. That's where I'm going. I hope it happens to me.
Well, have a good time on your vacation, folks. I'll be seeing you.
Bye, Mr. Dennis.
Hey, Mr. Dennis, wait a minute. You left me swimming in the middle of the lake. How did I get back to shore?
Oh, Dagwood, you didn't. That's the last that was ever seen of you. Goodbye, Dope.
Well, that's that. Crystal Lake is definitely out.
Gee, poor little me. I never made it to shore.
Cookie, where would you like to go?
I'd like to go to college.
Well, not for a while, dear. You won't go to college until you graduate from high school, and that's a long, long way off.
Well, then I'd like to go to the seashore. I want to start a shell collection.
Well, it might be very nice at the seashore. Lots of wonderful fresh salt air.
Yeah, and lots of wonderful fresh saltwater taffy.
But it's very dangerous. Yes, sir, very dangerous.
Oh, Alexander, what's dangerous about the seashore? Or are you trying to sell us the idea of going someplace else?
Well, not exactly. But getting back to the seashore, you know how curious Cookie is about everything.
I'm not curious at all. I just want to know about things.
What's the difference? Gee, just like a woman.
Isn't that just like a man to say just like a woman?
Go on, Alexander. Go on with the dangers of the seashore and the ocean. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know there are a lot of big ocean-going boats that dock not so far from where we go. And just as sure as we go to the seashore, Cookie's going to want to see the boats. So one day we're going to be standing on the dock beside one of the big ships.
Gee, this boat is going to go pretty soon. I wonder where.
Oh, probably all over the world to start with. Then maybe it'll go other places.
I guess it's what they call a hobo steamer.
Not a hobo, a tramp steamer.
Well, look on the back. It says Blaine E. McKinley, hobo.
Oh, yeah. But you can't see all the letters. It doesn't really say hobo, it says Hoboken.
Oh, but it's still a hobo steamer from where I'm standing. Well, come on, Alexander.
Come on where?
Well, aren't you going to go on board it and see what it looks like?
Are you?
Sure, come on.
Wait a minute. Well, okay. I better come along and keep you from stepping on the ship's starter. If there is one, it's a cinch you'll step on it. And if there's a plug that keeps the ocean from coming in, you're just the girl who'll pull it out.
Alexander, wake up!
Huh? Hey, Cookie, where are we? Holy smoke, we're still on the boat. We're moving.
I know we shouldn't have taken a little nap.
Then why did you think of the idea? Come on, let's get out on deck and see where we are. I don't see land anywhere.
Alexander, here comes somebody. He looks like the captain. Hello, Captain.
Hello, kids. Oh, stowaways.
When can we get off this boat?
We don't stop anywhere until we get to Africa.
Africa?
That's what might happen to us if we went to the seashore. It's possible.
I wouldn't do any silly thing like that. Maybe you would, but I wouldn't.
Well, Alexander, where would you like to go for our vacation?
Well, I'd like to go to a dude ranch.
A dude ranch? Well, that sounds pretty good.
Sure. Riding horses and shooting and catching rustlers and stuff like that. That's for me.
Blondie, dear, I don't think you'd like it.
Oh, why not? Those beautiful western sunsets, the smell of sagebrush, and those purple hills.
Those buttermilk skies, and those bleached bones on the desert, and those lonesome cowboys.
Why wouldn't I like it, Dagwood?
Well, I'll tell you. Something like this might happen. Now, look, we'd be having our vacation on a ranch, the barbecue ranch. It's evening. We've been out riding during the day, and I'm inside putting a little horse liniment on me where it'll do the most good. But you're outside watching the sunset when a cowboy who looks a lot like Gary Cooper walks up to you and he says,
Evening, Mrs. Bumstead.
Oh, good evening, Ted.
Mighty pretty sunset, ain't it?
Yes, it's mighty pretty.
Yep, sure is mighty. Seems a lot mighty prettier to me since, You been here, Mrs. Bumstead?
Oh. You're just flattering me.
Well, I reckon I am, ma'am. I ain't much on words, but you sure are the prettiest little filly I ever did see.
Oh, Tex, you're not calling me a horse, are you?
Mrs. Bumstead, you're even prettier than a horse. You know, I reckon I'm pretty crazy about you.
Oh, now, just a minute, Tex. I'm married.
I know. I'm feeling mighty low.
Well, I'm married to Mr. Bumstead.
Yeah. How'd you happen to pick that scrawny little thing?
Never mind, Tex. The point is, I am married to him.
Well, now, don't you worry about that, gal. I aims to settle that with Mr. Bumstead.
How?
I aims to go up to him, then I aims to aim at him. Pull the trigger, and boom, you're unmarried.
Oh, no, Tex, please.
I'm going to do it right now. When I come back, you're going to be that pretty widow Bumstead.
Oh!
Well, what did you want, Tex, huh?
Mr. Bumstead, I ain't much good on words.
You ain't?
But I'm mighty strong on action.
Ah.
Mighty. And I aims to marry Mrs. Bumstead. I loves the gal. And we aims to get hitched up.
You do, huh? Well, by a strange coincidence, I'm already hitched up to Mrs. Bumstead. And I've got a hitching license to prove it. What are we going to do about that, huh?
Well, sir, I reckon we'll just have to get rid of you.
Well, I reckon we'll have to get... huh?
Now, here's a gun for you, Mr. Bumstead.
Oh, be careful. That thing might go off.
Now, look. When I count to 3, you better use that shooting on as fast as you can.
Now, wait a minute.
Because I'm going to be slinging lead at you.
Now, Tex, don't be hasty. Can't we take this to the Court of Human Relations or something, huh?
All right. 1.
Wait, this is murder.
It ain't murder out west. 2.
Hey, don't. Help.
3.
I've been stabbed.
Oh, you got me.
How are you, Dagwood?
I've got more holes in me than a pair of bachelor socks.
Oh, you poor darling.
What happened to Tex?
He just died in the bunkhouse.
Oh.
Your gun went off and shot him when you dropped it.
The doctor said I had a chance to live, Blondie.
Well, the other cowboys are going to lynch you if you do.
That's nice.
Oh, does it hurt so much, Dagwood?
No, the kids just left their spurs in my bed. Blondie, dear.
Yes.
Take good care of Alexander and Cookie.
Yes, Dagwood, I will.
And I hope you'll always think kindly of me whenever you see a sandwich.
I will, dear. I will.
Goodbye, Blondie. Goodbye. Now, you wouldn't want anything like that to happen to me now, would you, Blondie?
Oh, but that was so silly, Dagwood.
The Dude Ranch is out.
Wait a minute. I know just the thing.
What?
We'll take the car and go every place. We'll go to the seashore.
That's for me.
We'll go hunting.
Hey, boy, that's for me.
And we'll stop at the Dude Ranch for a couple of days.
Yippee! Yeah, but
And
Blondie...
maybe at Crystal Lake, too.
Yeah, but...
We'll just go where we want to go and take our time.
Yeah, but
And I bet we'll all have the best vacation the Bumsteads ever had.
Yeah, but...
Oh, and that reminds me.
But...
You can take along your outboard motor, too.
worry, folks. The Bumsteads will be back in just a moment.
For the shining hair all men adore, discover the magic of Luster Cream Shampoo. Discover the remarkable way it makes hair gleam with natural highlights and shadows, sparkle with silken softness, delight with clean fragrance. Not a soap, not a liquid. Luster Cream Shampoo is an amazing new dainty cream that whips up luxurious lather like magic in hard or soft water and sweeps dullness away. Out of her wealth of cosmetic lore, Kay Dumas blended gentle lanolin with special secret ingredients to achieve this revolutionary new cream that brings out the rich, natural beauty of your hair, leaves it obedient to brush and comb. Try that economical dollar jar of Luster Cream Shampoo, sold at all cosmetic counters, also 30-cent and 55-cent sizes, and learn what more and more women of all ages are learning every day. Way to new glamour with Luster Cream Shampoo, the cream shampoo for true hair loveliness.
Dagwood, what in the world are all those things you're bringing into the living room?
Oh, Blondie, I've solved all our vacation problems. We can have all the advantages of all these different places right here in our own home. Stay right here.
Well, what's this?
Oh, that's a shaker full of dust. Instead of driving over country roads, I'll just take a little bit of all over it, you see. And here's a box full of assorted bugs and sand fleas. And this is a cage of hungry mosquitoes. And
what are you going to do about the sunburn?
Oh, I got a sun lamp right here. And here's some nice sharp pine needles to put in our bed. Be just like the mountains.
Well, what's this box of ants for?
Oh, that's the ants for my pants.
Remember, folks, every Sunday over these same CBS stations, a half hour of fun with all the Bumsteads. Brought to you by Luster Cream Shampoo, the cream shampoo for true hair loveliness, and the great new 1947 Super Suds.
Super Suds, great new suds, 1947 suds.
Tell all your friends to tune in next Sunday at the same time for...
Remember, doctors prove the Palm Olive plan brings 2 out of 3 women lovelier complexions in 14 days. And this plan was tested on women with all types of skin. Dry skin, oily skin, rough skin, even skin that was not clear. Yes, 36 doctors, leading skin specialists, prove the 14-day Palm Olive plan improves all types of skin, brings fresher, brighter, younger-looking complexions. Start your 14-day Palm Olive plan now.
Blondie, written by John L. Green, stars Penny Singleton and Arthur Lake with Hanley Stafford. This is Howard Petrie saying good night from Hollywood. Housewives, stocks of fats and oils stay dangerously low in the United States. Our domestic supplies of fats and oils are expected to be larger this year than last, but industry has been such a drain on fats and oils that your used kitchen fats have been the most important factor in the production of goods that need this raw material. Goods that you and you and you use and wear every day. So please continue to save and turn in every possible ounce of used kitchen fats. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.